this funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
It's time to go to work, y'all. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Time to go to work. Man. Salute. Welcome. Appreciate you want to pull up to the podcast. My name is Urban, and I am here to make big back women upset. I am here to make big back women upset tonight because apparently we didn't get the memo. Apparently we didn't get the memo about my last show that I did talking about this. Those of y'all who didn't want to catch the replay of the last show, by all means, go back and watch it. Had a really good conversation, and apparently I just triggered the hell out of everybody. Like, damn. I mean, what can I say? Like I've been telling y'all for the longest that 2025 is the year of accountability. All right. Once again, 2025 is the year of accountability. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be held accountable for a lot of the craziness that we believe in, a lot of the craziness that we be doing, man, that people be getting away with. And I believe the reason why people get away with it is because simply people do not just step up and tell the truth. People just don't step up and tell the truth and just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Not in a way where, we call it like what some people say, oh, you're a hater. You just hated and stuff, right? I'm not talking about people who are haters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about legitimately people who have your best interests at heart and they want to see the best out of you. You know what I mean? And they just give you some constructive criticism. I believe that constructive criticism, accountability is very vital, especially in 2025. I'm just saying. Even if it comes to the point of hurting someone's feelings while you're doing it, why not? Why not? The gentleman last week on my show, they said this. They said, Urban, I believe that we honestly do need to bring back shaming into our culture, into our society. I agree. It's not shaming, where you being that hater type of thing. Like, if you're being a hater, that's different. You know what I'm saying? We don't tolerate that. But if you sit up here literally trying to shame someone so they could be the better version of themselves, why not? For example, there have been many times where people have shamed your boy Urban. There have been many times where people shame your boy Urban. Yes. Been many times where people held me accountable for certain things that I was doing, or how the way I was looking, or how the way I was acting, or however the way it may be. Yes. Even happened to me. But shaming could do one of two things for you. Shaming could either make you or it could break you. Facts. We don't talk about it tonight, y'all. We don't talk about it tonight, y'all. It can do one of two things. It can either make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? When you are operating out of emotional intelligence, 9 times out of 10 is going to break you. 9 times out of 10 is going to make you feel some type of way. 9 times out of 10, you're going to sit up here and be up in this victim mentality. Facts. But if you're operating within emotional intelligence, where you understand the assignment and you understand that, hey, what people are telling me is I need to be held accountable for it, then why not? Why not allow people to give you that constructive criticism? Why not? Why not? I am very thankful that I have people in my circle right now who hold your boy accountable. I have people in my circle who do what is known as checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? I am thankful that I have people like that who care about my best interests, right? And want to see the best version of me. Case in point on this show tonight. What we're going to talk about tonight, right? This ain't no, as y'all going to say, fat people shaming or body shaming. No, it is us Hold the people, preferably these women who believe that they're the exception to the rule, holding them accountable and letting them know that we calling them out on that bullshit. That's what we're doing. So we're going to cut tonight. This is going to be an open panel show tonight, y'all. I'm going to be dropping in the link shortly because this was requested on the last show. Everybody in chat say, hey, Urban, man, you need to drop the link on this for real so we could talk about this. And I promise y'all that I was going to have this show. Now, my apologies. I was supposed to be having this show a couple of days ago, but as y'all see, my platform look totally different. So that's neither here nor there. That's another discussion for another time, all right? But we're here right now. We're ready to have the conversation. And also, I want y'all to pull up tonight. I want to have the conversation with y'all tonight. I want to hear y'all perspective tonight. Regardless if you agree with me or disagree, or we agree to disagree, I want to hear y'all perspective tonight about this topic. Furthermore, when we be engaging in these conversations, right, over here at the lounge, we do believe in respect. We do, all the way. I am one of those type of content creators that I am zero tolerance for disrespect. So, well, when I drop this link and we have this conversation, we're not going to be sitting up here going back and forth or arguing. We're not going to be doing all that childish bullshit. We're not going to be doing none of that.
That's bullshit.
Because y'all know me, my day ones, they know me. I will mute you so damn fast or drop you so damn fast. I will. I sure will. And I don't tolerate that bullshit at all. I don't. We run a professional platform over here, so we're gonna keep it as such, all right? So we're gonna get ready. We're gonna drop this link in a little bit, y'all. I got a couple of things I want to share with y'all. But first, let me go ahead and acknowledge each and every last one of y'all who are here right now. Salute, welcome. Welcome. Appreciate y'all. We got my boy Lino in the building. What's up with it, bro? Lino said, we up in this mug. We up in here, Urban. Salute to you, bro. We got Katie in the building as well, too. Salute. Got my boy SBK in the building. Salute, homie. Oh, snap. We got Snip in the building. What's up with it, man? Welcome to the lounge. Salute, welcome. Hope you have a great, phenomenal time here, because, we be over here, man. And we be over here triggering the hell out of people over here, preferably the women, man. But I don't know why, man. We just be honest, but, yeah. We also got Enjoying Life 20 in a building. Salute. Welcome. We got the lovely Katie in the building. What's up with it, Katie? Hey, again. I think I said something. I think I said it again. I guess I just wanted to say your name again, Katie. I guess I just wanted to say your name again. So that's neither here nor there. All right. So let's get into it. Oh, salute to everybody who are watching in the bushes right now and everybody who are catching the replay. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. So we figure out to get into this content, all right? We figure get into this, man. Like I said, I want to hear y'all perspective about this, as I'm going to monologue my perspective about this as well, too. I want to share this clip with y'all, and that's going to go with our discussion, all right? I want to share this clip with y'all, and I honestly want to get y'all perspective on this, all right? I honestly want to get y'all perspective on this, all right, when I share this clip, all right? So, Lino's in the building. But I honestly want to get y'all perspective on this clip, all right? Who else pulling up? Oh, Lino, part 2. Which one are you, Lino? Damn. Oh, the new one? All right, hold on, let me turn your audio on. So the green one or the red one? Uh, yeah, because it's not capturing one of your audio. Say something, Lionel. Oh, my bad. I'm muted you. Say something now. I hold up. They can't hear you. They can't hear you on the Zoom. I'm finna fix your audio real quick. All right, it's this one right here. All right, so let me do this real quick. Okay, we're gonna get to the clip and stuff. Give me 1 second. Need to remove this other one off here. Give me one moment, y'all. Give me one moment while I get him situated real quick. The council. All right. Well, while I'm fixing this, let me go ahead and entertain y'all real quick. Let me share this clip with y'all while I'm fixing this order. All right, and y'all let me know what y'all think about this clip real quick. All right.
Women today are a lot more aggressive in our approach to life in general.
Right.
And we've done more work than them. So we have some things that are solid that they don't. And they've got to catch up.
Now, what do you mean by we're more aggressive, women today, and why do you think that is?
Well, oh, Lord, help me.
It's okay. Listen, we know how you get down. Come on,
Say
just
it.
get to us.
You know,
Say it, beloved.
we have become what I call men in skirts.
Mm-hmm.
We are so aggressive, so demanding, so unaware, really. We think we got it going on, but women really aren't aware of their power because our power as women is silent. If you really know what you're doing, you can work a room.
Yeah. I've been told I'm bossy
Yeah.
in relationships.
We are, because I think we've been left alone and up to our own devices for too long. I find women to be mean as hell.
So, what do y'all think about this clip on Bougie Barb? Salute.
Women today.
Barb, salute. Hold on one moment, Lionel, because they still can't hear you. Yeah, they still can't hear you. Salute on Barb and salute Scorpio. So what do y'all think about this clip that Yana is saying about women? What do y'all think about it? That she said that women are mean and aggressive. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree with what she's saying, or do y'all disagree with that? Y'all let me know real quick. While I fix this audio again, because I'm missing something. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so Lionel, do me a favor, come out, then come back in, all right? Because it's still not capturing your audio for whatever real reason. All right, appreciate it. All right, so once again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this clip. I'm gonna run it again for y'all.
Women today are a lot more aggressive in our approach to life in general.
Right.
And we've done more work than them. So we have some things that are solid that they don't. And they've got to catch up.
Now, what do you mean by we're more aggressive, women today, and why do you think that is?
Well,
Yeah, I hear you,
oh, Lord, help me.
but I can't hear you
We
still.
know how you get down. Come on,
Say
just
it.
get to us.
You
Say it,
know,
beloved.
you- we have become what I call men in skirts.
Mm-hmm.
We are so aggressive, so demanding, so unaware, really. We think we got it going on, but women really aren't aware of their power because our power as women is silent. If you really know what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
you can work a room.
Yeah. You think I've been told I'm bossy
Yeah,
in relationships.
we are because I think we've been left alone and up to our own devices for too long.
Mm-hmm.
I find women to be mean as hell.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know how y'all feel about this her overall perspective about women being mean. Do y'all agree with her on this perspective, or do y'all disagree with her on this perspective? And Lionel, what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna end this Zoom link, and I'm gonna put up the StreamYard link for you. All right. All right. Till we get it together. All right, so do y'all agree with her on this? Do y'all agree that y'all ladies are mean as hell? Do y'all agree, or do y'all disagree on that? Because to be quite honest, I actually agree with this perspective. The reason why I agree with this perspective is because this is what women do, not only towards men, but also towards each other. See, it's weird that men will hold each other accountable, right? When we hold each other accountable, we don't say that it's hating, or we don't say that it's body shaming or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes from a person who's solid or a dude that's solid, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, when women do this, right, or when women perceive this to be what it is, right, they call it body shaming. They call it not being right. They call it you hating. Why is that? Why is that? Barb said that. She said, give an example of mean. Anybody could be mean. Look here, Barb. Look, Barb, we're not going to start tonight with this. We're not going to start with this tonight, Barb. You know exactly what I'm talking about, because I am crystal clear at what I just said. I'm not talking about different ideologies of being mean. I'm talking about exactly women being mean as hell to each other, period. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing more, nothing less. Not no situational meanness. Not no because I'm on my period mean. Not because I don't like this beat. I'm talking about being mean towards each other, period. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Scorpio, she said low self-esteem, maybe. I could get that. I worked with some mean, crazy women in the past. Katie also said it is so true, and Scorpio also said that she agreed. She also agreed that women can be mean as hell. Let me share with y'all this other clip as well too. All right, because like I say, we're building into this conversation. All right, let me share this with y'all. Let's listen to this, and I want y'all to listen attentively to what Buddy Fitzgerald say.
Who is worse, a man who rejects a woman because she's overweight, or a woman who rejects a man because he's short?
A man rejecting a woman that's overweight, because you making her self-confidence go down. You basically tell her she's too big. That's not nice.
The man rejecting a woman for her weight is more wrong, because it's just wrong because
a woman rejecting a man because he's too short. Because it's there's nothing you can do about height. If you're short, you're short. Tall, you tall. So you should just accept him for what it is, especially if he's your type, he's a good man, then rock with him.
A woman rejecting a man because of their height is worse. So a woman's weight could change, it could fluctuate, it could go big, small, whatever.
But a man's height kind of is, it doesn't really change like that, after a certain age.
Rejecting a man because of his height is worse for obvious reasons. Can't control that shit. Nothing he could do. My son ain't gonna get leg implants to extend his shit. Weight, that's something you could control, something you could do about it. It may be hard, but it's definitely something you could do about it.
All right, so here's the conversation, all right? They are comparing a man talk about a woman who's overweight versus a woman who is talking about a man who is short. And they are asking the question, which is a very, very legit question. Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Is it worse talking about a man who's short? Or is it worse talking about a woman who's overweight? Which one is worse? And I want y'all to think about this. Ladies, I want y'all to think about this critically, all right? I want y'all to recall every single moment where you literally rejected a dude because he was short. Not only I want y'all to think about this, right? I want y'all to think about what did you say to that dude? What you think about that? I want you to think about what you said to that dude. I want you to also think about how the dude took whatever it was that you said to him as well, too. I want y'all to think about that. The conclusion that y'all should come up with is this. Whenever y'all tell a dude that he's short, aren't y'all not being brutally honest with that dude? Once again, are y'all not being brutally honest with that dude? Are y'all not telling this dude, you short, I don't want to be with you. You're not my type. Right? So you could be brutally honest with a dude who's short, right? But do you mean to tell me that a man cannot be brutally honest with you about you being overweight? So it's considered as body shaming when we say, girl, you need to lose weight. It's considered as body shaming when we say we're not attracted to big back women. Right? But it isn't considered body shaming when you sit up here and say that the dude is short. This dude can't control his height because that's through genetics. But you as a woman could absolutely control your weight. You can. You can. Urban, no, Urban, Some of us is born that way. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Even if you were born, a little, as you say, chunky, right? That is considered as normal, ideal weight versus you sit up here gaining over 500 something pounds and have the expectation of someone not checking you about that. You weighing over 500 something pounds? No, that is absolutely bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Absolutely it is. But this dude being short, he can't control him being short. He can't. Because that is how the way he is. But yet it's still, women will reject him right in the door. Oh, you too short. See, I like to wear heels. And when I wear heels, I'm at least about 5'10", 5'11", boy. So I can't be with you. I can't be with you at all, period. But if a man say, I don't want to be with you because you are a big back, or before the term big back came out, we say you are fat. Guess what? You're body shaming me. You should want to date any woman. Any woman, huh? What about my character? What about my character? What about the short dude character? What about his character? What about my potential? What about my potential? What about the short dude potential that you turned down? What about him? So it's an old saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Correct? I'm just saying, y'all. Hold on, I'm figuring to drop this link right now, the StreamYard link, y'all. Because I don't know what the hell is going on with Zoom. But show must go on. Show must go on. So I also want to share this with y'all. All right? And this is the whole point of this live today. This is the whole point of us having this conversation. I want y'all to look at her, all right? I want y'all to look at her and be real, be straight up honest and tell me, regardless if you're a man or woman, would you actually date this person? Look at this. Would you actually date this person? Would you? And let's be real about it. And let's have the conversation. Would you? Would you? I mean, look at her. Would you honestly date this woman? Regardless if you're a man or woman, would you honestly date this woman? Would you honestly shoot your shot at this woman? Let's be real. Let's have the conversation tonight, y'all. SBK said, "Oh wow, god damn." Bullshit. Barb said this. I wouldn't because I wouldn't date any woman. Barb, here you go again. Here you go again. Wow. I'm saying hypothetically speaking, Barb, would you date this woman? I'm not saying for you to go to the other side and become bisexual or anything like that. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, would you date this woman? It's that simple. It's either a yes or a no. Yes, I would, or no, I won't. Salute to everyone who's on the panel right now. We got Lino in the building, and we got Katie in the building as well too. Salute to both of y'all.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Shout out to the chat.
So we got a really good conversation going tonight, y'all. We're talking about this whole concept of body shaming. We also talking about this whole concept about would a man date a big back woman. All right, so I am dying to hear y'all perspective about this. Since Katie's here first, let's hear Katie first. So Katie, how do you feel about this whole entire topic that we talk about tonight about the big back woman? Do you believe that men would date big back women? Tell me, do you believe that they would or wouldn't? And we'll just go into that. All right.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for having this show because we've been in the barbershop discussing this, and this is like a small amount of men amongst women. Like we've been talking about this, and I'm gonna say this. A good example. Take a look at my 600-pound life. You'll see those morbidly obese people in relationships, but why? Take a look at the mate. Why people are shaming and pushing people to try to get married or get in relationships. Look at the people that those 600-pound people attract. It's usually people who come to them who are needy. They need a car. They need a roof over their head. They need food in their stomach. Most of the time, bigger women attract needy user type of men. And I'm going to be honest with you. And this is coming from a very overweight woman. And I'm in the process of actually losing weight. I got onto this nutritional regimen with my doctor. And I'm going to the doctor every week. So I am on my journey.
Shout out to you being on your weight journey, man.
Thank you. I'll be putting up some before and after pictures in another month or so. But let me tell you this though. One thing I can honestly say, a man will date a big woman, but usually when he's coming to her, he's in need. He's gonna be in need of something. You're gonna have to take care of that man, or he's gonna think you're gonna take care of, but you're gonna enter into situations like that. Me personally, I never took care of guys But let me tell you this: in a few relationships, and I'm saying maybe the past 4 years, a lot of men that have came along, they have been in needy situations. When they come through, they're pulling their hair, but eventually, if that man is with a bigger girl, eventually in their relationship, he's gonna expect her to pull most of the weight.
Hmm.
He
Interesting.
gonna be like, look at your back. It's big. You can handle the weight. It's really crazy. And then this another thing, Urban, that some plus size women don't think about. You ever sit and think about, and this out to all of my plus size sisters out there, all colors and shapes or whatever. Have you ever realized it's harder to even get a date? And do you know why, Urban? Do you know why, Lionel?
Hell, we're an attracted to her. That's why.
Yes, it's that. But let me tell you this too. They not trying to take you out to eat because they feel like they're gonna have to spend too much money to be able to feed you.
Damn. That's true. That's true.
Yes, it's gonna take more money to get a big old woman full. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: back in like 2013, 14, 15, I was on a fitness journey. I had dropped 70 pounds in like 8 months. But man, I'm telling you, the way the dating scene turned around for me so quickly, guys were just taking me. I was going out all the time. I was at bars, going to restaurants. Shoot, I mean, one guy had took me to the little adult play place. It's some kind of place where they like we drink and we play games. But I mean, I had so many dates when I lost weight.
Mm-hmm.
But once I picked that weight back up, man, the dating scene went to shit for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
a big woman. The dating scene is shit, and that's why you see a lot of these big women. They sit and they let people make them feel bad about being single. But girl, while you single, work on yourself. Get on your fitness journey and better yourself. Shout out to Lizzo. That's what she did. And like
Mm-hmm.
that's the time for you to work on yourself and lose your weight, meditate, and get yourself together while you single. But don't go out here and jump into a marriage or a relationship just because you feeling pressured to do it. So you feel like you got something to prove, like, oh, people do like big women, and no, your relationship is not gonna be of a really good quality. Not saying skinny girls don't get mistreated. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, when you are at your best and in your best state, you can bring your best game to the dating world.
Yes, salute, salute. Everything that Katie said, I have said that on the show last week. All of it. I gave an example about dudes who are actually being betas, right? Normally be these old beta low vibrational dudes who are not confident at all, or they've been rejected by these women so much that they'll just settle for these more big back women. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All the time, you know what I'm saying? Then she brought up a really good point as well too. The men out there, they don't want to spend no goddamn money on these big back women. You got to spend money on food. Then you have to consider this too. You have to consider the health implications on it as well too. Let's say that you get in a relationship with them. Let's say that you get married with them. Now you inherit a whole health bill where they deal with diabetes, super high cholesterol, all kind of stuff. A bill that you're picking up, by the way.
Thank you. And that's why you hear a lot of people say big obese people use up the resources. We really do. Just think about that show, Dr. Now On. People gotta call the dang on fire department just to move next door. Like, oh, I gotta move to the apartment up the street. I can't fit in the car anymore. I just need you to take me up the street. Why they taking you up the street? There's people out here that's passing away. They
Mm-hmm.
using up resources. All of the diabetic medicine that's needed to keep you together when you got to so much weight, you getting high cholesterol. It's a lot of health problems come along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Barbie had asked me something. She asked, would I date a short man? all of the men I ever dated were shorter than me. Both of the men I have children by are shorter than me.
So you mean to tell me, Katie, you don't have no preference
I don't
or
have
not?
no preference. I don't have no preference. I never dated like outside of a black guy before, but I don't have a preference against that. I just never done it. But I don't have no preference.
Wow, wow.
Some of the shortest dudes, man, they be some of the realest guys I ever met. Some of the short guys, man, I'm telling you, y'all ladies, y'all be just passing up,
Hmm.
man, because of superficial stuff. Man, I'm telling you, my oldest son father, 3 inches shorter than me. He about 5'4.5". I'm 5'7". He 2.5 inches shorter than me. Man, one of the realest loving relationships I ever had.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So Miss Wilson said this. It didn't show up in the chat, but I'm gonna put it up here. Wilson said this. Let's be honest. Sex is better with a thin woman. We don't care. We don't care about health. All right. Part of that I agree with that. Sex is way better than a more thinner woman than a overweight woman. But however, if you don't care about the woman's health that you're dealing with, even if you have a sex with, then that says a lot about you as a person. Which that was the point that I made on my last show talking about this. Ladies, if you get it with a dude and he's not checking you about your weight, he's just accepting that, then that dude don't care about you at all. That dude do not love you at all, period. That is real about it. But I want to get to one gentleman on this conversation as well. Man, Katie, you said a lot. Appreciate you. I want to get the dudes in this conversation as well, too. Lionel SBK, what's up with it, my brothers?
What's going on, Urban? What's going on, little bro Lionel? How you
What's
doing?
good?
Yo, gentlemen, how y'all feel about the topic? Go ahead and cook tonight.
Go ahead, Lionel.
Hold on, I got to talk to a customer.
I can go ahead while he's talking to the customer. Here's my take. Okay, it's usually, how many times have I heard that and I'm a single man, and as you know, Urban and Lionel, those of you in the chat that follow on my channel, I go back and forth with the ladies in the chat, and I've been told that I'm too picky and all this type of stuff. So somebody, I'm not going to name any names, it's just ETV, she will say, well, you know what, SBK, the things that you're looking for might be in somebody, but you just don't like the package that it's in. She's always said that to me, right?
What the hell that means?
In other words, basically, I might be looking over someone and it's not exactly what I would prefer physically or whatever, because they might be basically have all of the attributes that I'm looking for in a woman, but physically they're not in the right package. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like this here. And I've always said, and and people in the chat, y'all, they always like, yeah, she's right. Now, that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? That sounds real good. But if the shoe was on the other foot, damn well you wouldn't be saying nothing like that. Because I've always lived by this motto that you don't just rush into anything in a relationship or when you're talking to somebody. And second of all, you like what you like. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you have the personality of a supermodel, and I don't care what kind of person. You might have the best personality there is, and you don't look like a supermodel, and you look like that young lady you just put up on your screen, Urban. You like what you like, and you can't make someone be physically attracted to you if it's not there. So all this stuff about, hey, I'm looking, you need to look on the inside. You need to look on the You need to look at the heart and that personality and the mind and all that. That sounds really good and sounds really nice. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to wake up to whatever you choose. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to look at, because ladies and gentlemen, the makeup and stuff, it'll fall off on that pillow in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm just saying, you know, you have to live with yourself, and you can't let anybody pressure you just because of someone's personality. And oh, they got a great personality, you should go for that. They got a great mind. They got they can talk really well and carry on a conversation. I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. I'm not trying to. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not looking for perfection. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, that's impossible. I'm not looking for perfection, point blank period.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you like what you like. And that's what I got to say about that, man.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a really good conversation tonight. I want to have this show because honestly, the women, y'all need to hear not only from another woman's perspective, but y'all also need to hear from a man's perspective about dating big back women. At the end of the day, men are not attracted to big back women, period. As we all have so far articulated, the only reasons why you see these type of men, which are betas, by the way, are attracted to these type of big back women is because, first of all, they're insecure. Second of all, we established that they're homosexuals, right? Third of all, is because they already been rejected, or they probably big back themselves. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. And they're not desirable, so they try to go for, as you say, the low-hanging fruit. All right, because I know y'all want to use the exception to the rule when you sit here and say, well, urban, there are plenty of men that go for big back women. No, them dudes insecure as hell. That's why. But Lionel, what's up with it, man? If you're ready, go ahead. And
so let me say this, man. If I'm trying to get them cheeks, I'm not looking at your heart. I'm not looking at your personality. I need to be able to get off. And if you 600 pounds, that ain't happening. You could put a mask over your face, it ain't working. It's just, it don't work for me. But I want to say this, because I know a lot of dudes up and down the East Coast that have been with big women. They never want to show their girl. Ever. They're the main ones who are sending me pictures of skinnier girls. And they'll talk about their girl, but it's rarely anything nice. This is what the girlfriends or the wives don't hear. It's rarely anything nice. And they have no problem talking about how fat their girl is or worse names. But they'll be the same ones sending me pictures of all the skinny chicks. This is what they wish they had.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned that they don't want to show they big back girl off. Well, what's the reason for that, bro?
I mean, come on, let's be real. They're embarrassed. That's just the truth. They're embarrassed. That's not the girl they want to show. Especially when everybody be calling me Casanova and they see my girl or the chicks that they know I be pulling. But then they're like, this is what I'm pulling? But it's not just me. At the same time, it's the same with all these other guys. They don't want to show that. And I don't want to word it like that, but that's how they're looking at it. That they don't want to show this woman that they have that's overweight. They want to show something a lot slimmer. But because this is what they settled for, or they trying to get something out of this, they're not about to show this off. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm. I agree. See,
like, but hold on, because you'll hear the women. They love to be like there's an exception. They love to sit here and bring up, well, some guys like this, some guys like to show it off, and there is some guys who are that will. So I'm not going to take that away. Some guys will. Every one of y'all women ain't that exception though, because 9.5 out of 10, they don't want to show you off.
Facts, facts. See, look here. I want y'all to understand this, all right? Well, when you going out into the data market, right, when you put yourself out there, there are certain criteria that need to be met for you to qualify for the certain type of person that you desire. One of the major criteria is if that person is attracted to you. The other criteria is, personality. Then you could go even deeper into belief system, which is religions or worldviews or whatever. But the main thing is that person have to be attracted to you, period. When I went back out there into the data market, right, there were certain things that I had to do prior before entering in. Y'all want to know what all I had to do? I had to get myself together. Guess what I started doing? I started on going out to the gym. I started working out. I started on increasing my social economical status, everything, where I could put myself in a one position to whatever type of woman out there that I want to qualify for, I'll be eligible for that. See, here's another thing too, and a lot of people don't think about it in this perspective. When you go out there, right, you're literally sitting up here competing for real, in a literal sense. Some of y'all don't want to accept that reality, but it is. When you go out there, right, you're literally or competing, period. And here's the deeper thing about this too. After you go out there, after you find the person that you're looking for, man or woman, right, y'all get into a relationship, guess what? That competition do not end just because you got that person. You are still constantly competing with each other. You want to know why? You want to know how that's true? The reason why it's true is because it let you start letting yourself go. Let you start losing your how the way you look. Let you start losing your social economical status. Let a man get fired from his job. Guess what that woman is going to do? She's going to get rid of him and find somebody else who's better. Same thing with that man. Let that woman start letting herself go, get big back and all the stuff there, losing her job and all that other stuff. Say personality change. Guess what's going to happen? That dude is going to dismiss her and find somebody else who's more suitable. So in reality, we are constantly in competition. We're competing constantly. Not to mention the outside factors that you deal with when you're in a relationship. Now, case in point, I am a married man. I'm a married man. So I make sure that even while I'm a married man, that I always put myself in a situation where I'm always number one. I'm always on top, period. No matter what I do, whether it's me constantly making sure that I'm healthy, whether it's making sure that I'm at a good social status, whatever the case may be, I always keep myself there. So therefore, my wife should look and say, hey, there ain't nobody out there like my husband, period. But y'all go ahead, y'all.
That is so true. That's so true. And I feel like sometimes when people get into relationships, marriages, or whatever, sometimes people do get comfortable and they will let their self go. But you always got to think it's somebody waiting behind the bushes for you to slip up. So you always want to look your best, especially if you're trying to get chosen. If you just come out here any old kind of way, it's like you wrap a package up. You want it to look as beautiful as best as possible when they look at it like, oh wow, look at that wrapping. That is so nice. I wonder what's inside. You want to try to intrigue a person. You don't want to just come all blowed out and fat and just like unkept, like, oh, you need to take me for me. No, I don't. No one has to take you for you. And it's just like when I was saying, like, bigger women attract guys that don't have nothing going on. It's up to that bigger woman to choose that type of guy. Just because you fat don't mean you got to choose the man that ain't got nothing.
Facts. I agree. I want to get on Wilson in the conversation. Salute and welcome to the show.
Hey.
Go ahead, Wilson.
Oh, how you doing? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now. Oh, I remember you. What's up, man? Salute.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Guys, I just wanted to say First, as always, I hope I'm not too ugly. The reason I'm not showing my face today, my hair is my hair is messed up. Anyway, what I wanted to say real quick is this. A lot of times when they talk about bigger women, they'll talk about her having diabetes or whatever. And the reason I wrote the comment about it's better to have it feels better to have sex with a thinner woman who's not overweight than it is with a woman like the woman you showed or any woman who's overweight. It's just honest. It feels better to be with a thinner woman than a bigger woman. Now, with that said, the reason I said that, when we first see a woman, we don't look at a woman and say, well, she might have diabetes or she might have or whatever. When we first meet a woman, we're looking at her and we either see if she's attractive or not. Now, over and over, we have to be honest. Men who don't have money go for bigger women because after a while you get tired of being by yourself. And I know that sounds harsh, but you never see a guy right now. If you were to see a guy who's single and he win $100 million, notice the first woman he go for, he's not going to go for a woman who's overweight. So I'm saying that over and over as to say a man's real heart desire, just like a woman's real heart desire. We want someone who's attractive, but we settle for whatever our pockets will let us get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, true enough, there are broke men who can catch some real pretty women, et cetera, yada yada. We've all seen it. The thing is, though, notice if they don't have the right game, they don't keep those women.
Mm-mm.
And so that's all I wanted to say. And I'm not trying to be real harsh on no big woman or whatever. I've been with big women or whatever, but I've also am broke. I'm not no millionaire or whatever like that. Because I'll be honest, if I had the money, then of course I go for what feels better.
Mm-hmm. Facts. So right there, Wilson just proved my point earlier about what you qualify for. Typically, you will go for whatever it is that you qualify for based on your social economical status. You know what I'm saying? If you know you are like in a middle class or a low class, whatever, you're gonna go for women within that area. That same type of area, right? And then also a lot of these type of men that go for these big back women, right? Best believe that couple of things happen to them, that they already been rejected by the women that they didn't qualify for to begin with in the first place, right? And on top of that, they develop some type of insecurity. And the third thing is that more than likely, probably it's something about them. They probably bit back themselves, or they feel that they're not as attractive. So they go for, as I say, the low-hanging fruit. It's a hard pill to swallow, but in reality, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying that this year, 2025, is the year of accountability, where we need to hold ourselves accountable and be brutally honest with people and just letting people know what it is, so people have the opportunity to change. Go ahead, SBK. Look like you could say something.
No, I was just gonna say, man, I like the standpoint where you say people need to hold themselves accountable for the year of accountability. You've kept on saying that since the beginning of this year and towards the end of last year. But the whole thing boils around self-esteem. This whole conversation that we're having right now, it's all about self-esteem. And I think Miss Katie was talking about that. If you're trying to make yourself better, if you're trying to be better, then it has to come from inside. You can only do it for you and for you only. You know what I mean? And so, but you like who you like, and of course, by all means, we're not, as you were saying, body shaming anybody or anything like that. But people tend to be hypocrites, and I'm gonna tell you why. As I was just stating, people try to put you off on people that they would put with themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said,
Facts.
folks always want to say, well, you need to look at the personality and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? And you know damn well you wouldn't do that for yourself, or you wouldn't want your son or your daughter to go for someone who is not pleasing to your sight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
real quick.
it is what it is. It is what
Hey,
it is. And then go ahead. I'm sorry, Arden. Go ahead.
hey, real quick. You know why women do that, right? You know why they do that? They try to put you with somebody else. You know why?
Go ahead.
The reason why they do that is because what I said earlier. Because women are mean as hell. They're mean as hell. And on top of that, they know that woman is not competition for them. So they try to pawn them off on the dude that they consider as being in the friend zone, or the dude that's a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That is so true.
I agree. And it happens with big men. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't like a lot of overweight men. You know what I'm saying? Or if your teeth are all jacked up, you know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? Or women are particular about men who wear the right shoes. If you're color coordinated, if you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff ties into self-esteem and having yourself put together. You talked about Urban, about being socially ready to be out there in the dating market and being physically ready. You know what I mean? But people, I keep saying this, but you like what you like.
I just want to throw in there, excuse me. I just want to
go
throw
ahead.
in there, women don't like old men either unless they have money.
Oh yeah.
And the
That's
reason I throw
true.
that out there, I don't know if any of you watch the Kendra G show. There will be ladies who'll come on, they'll be 60 and 70 years old and looking for somebody. But notice you don't really see that you don't see a lot of men that are 60 and 70 doing that. But in the same breath, I want to say you never hear those women say they want a 60 or 70-year-old that is, the same as them. This guy has to be this amazing guy that you see out of the fairy tale books.
Facts. Real quick, I'm gonna get into the comments, and we're going to get deeper into this panel conversation. Shout out to everyone who's in the building right now, including the panelists. Appreciate you a whole lot. Tonight we are talking about the reason why men do not date big back women, why they don't date them, why they're not attracted to them or anything like that. And we also prove it to you. Prove it to you that these type of men, if they go for them, more than likely there's something going on with them dudes. All right, so we're forgetting to the comments real quick. Let me scroll up real quick. All right, so Barb, she said this. I would date her before I would date a short man. Wow. So in other words, Barbara said the lady that we showed on the picture earlier, she said she would date this 500-pound woman before she would date a short man. Wow. Wow.
But we know she got issues, though. We already know she got issues.
Wow. Blow my mind on that one. All right. So let's scroll a little bit further down. Sparrow, salute. And salute to everyone in the building. Gertrude, I see you in the building as well. Salute. And salute everyone who is in the bushes or catching the replay. Queen, I see you in the building as well. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sparrow said this. Sparrow said, man, look, I think some of these dudes are capped like it ain't nothing. What would y'all think about that?
I think every guy probably have hit or maybe back in the days dated a big girl. Like, I mean, I think the internet world has shined a light where a guy would be most definitely ashamed to do it. But I mean, I've had when I worked construction, I had a guy actually tell me this. This was a married man. He said if no one knew about it, a man would take down a 500-600-pound woman if didn't nobody know.
And there you go. That's what I was saying. So the dudes aren't actually capping because they don't want to show that off. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to display that. that technically means they don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they don't want that. But I think what women need to realize, and especially us larger women, I think they need to realize just because a man will put his penis someplace doesn't mean he value that thing that he put his penis in.
Exactly.
Big facts. Big facts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. If that man don't care enough about you to tell you that you need to lose weight, then that dude don't care about you. All period. All he doing is hitting another coochie, and that's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all your work to that dude.
That is
Yeah,
so true
good
because
point.
I ran across. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Well, go ahead.
I was actually dating this guy. It was back when I was having a rough time. I just had my youngest son. I was living on government assistance, all that kind of stuff. And don't you know, I ended up like I was already breastfeeding after I had the baby and stuff like that. So I was already like losing weight. And he said, "You don't need to lose no more weight. I don't even think I'd be attracted to you if you get too small." And when he said that, I was like, this sound like some bottom of the barrel type of stuff. For
Mm-hmm.
him to actually say that, and I think when I was pregnant, I didn't gain a lot of weight with the second one, but still, I lost a really good amount of weight, and it's like he started noticing the attention I was getting when we used to go out, and I think he started getting intimidated. And you right, Urban, a big amount, not all, because I'm gonna tell you about another type of guy that would date a big girl. But hold on, let me tell you this: the majority of those guys, they are lowercase type of guys. Guys that don't have a lot going on for them. A lot of them do have self-esteem issues and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you about another type of man because I've seen it before. These this guy actually graduated high school with me. And when he married his wife, she was a bigger girl. And I was talking to my sister about it. I was like, sis, I see so many plus size women getting married on Facebook. But this particular guy, after he married his wife, I seen what I seen really quickly him and his wife were like in the gym and they were working out and I seen like 6, 7, 8 months later, like both of them were losing weight. They were like on their journey together after they got married. So I think if it's a man that's in a positive transition in his life and he could see some possible potential in a plus size woman, he could get with her when she big, but he not gonna want her to stay big. They worked out together and they lost weight together. So these
Don't
were
give these women hope.
I
That's
don't know.
not common.
I ain't trying to get nobody hope. I'm just
That
trying
is
to
not common. Don't give these women hope.
No, no, no. Y'all just want to take all the hope away from a woman. But I'm just telling you a big example of some stuff I've seen. People working out together. He's seen the potential, and they still married. I think they got married like back in 2014. Like they still married, and it's 2025, and she still has kept that weight off, and he haven't gained no weight either.
See, I have heard that before where men would tell these women that they'll say that if you were to gain, well, you were to lose weight, then they'll be less attracted to them. It is not because they're in reality attracted to that say a woman, right? In reality, it's an insecurity that dude is dealing with. He knows that he's socially unavailable to other type of woman that he's looking for. So he's settling for that woman, knowing in the way that this woman is going to simp out for him. She's going to sit up here and do all these things. Like a matter of fact, I shared, y'all remember when I shared that video, right? Of that woman, she was on Big Back as well too. She was set up here talking about that she was looking for a man, a Caucasian man, and she said she has a house and she's gonna buy him a PlayStation and all this stuff there, right? That's what these type of women do. They'll literally set up here baby these homosexual dudes, right? They'll literally babysit these dudes so they could stay with them because they already know that these dudes are insecure to begin with in the first place. Barb, she
This
said,
woman actually said she was gonna move the man in and buy him a PlayStation.
yeah, she did. She said she was looking for a man, a Caucasian man. She said she got her own house, she got her own money and all this stuff there. She's on food stamps, and also she said she wanted a man so she could take him to Walmart. They could go shopping for food, and also she'll buy them a PlayStation. That's what she said.
That woman is crazy. So she never, in her mind, she don't ever feel like she could get anything better. She's gonna constantly be like the head of household. She's gonna be the dominant one and that's another thing too, Urban. Cause I'm gonna tell you, before I like started going to counseling and got healed and moved out the hood a whole bunch of years ago, I had a way different mentality than what I do now. But I'm gonna tell you this: I used to get with, and my uncle them and my auntie them, they used to feel like I get with shorter guys so I could have like leverage over them, like just in case we get into a fight, I gotta make sure I could like fight them or whatever. But it was like when I was in a position of like dating these lower homosexual type of guys, I know I could talk to these men any type of way. That's the thing. When a woman have all this stuff, she got the apartment, she got food stamps, she got income, she got everything that this homosexual don't have, which it leaves her in a position where she got to head over this guy. She can like poke at him on top of his head. And a lot of women want to have, that's why you'll see some women, they will only be in relationships with beta men. Because any other man not going to put up with her tapping on their head, her having all this leverage over them. Any old man not going to put up with that. And that's a big reason why some of them women, they're going to keep a man. They're going to keep a man because it's always, I'm telling you, even if she was to break up with that one homosexual, it is a homosexual line wrapped around the whole city.
If I may, the comment I like to make on that is this: some women can chase off a homeless man. And so there's women, they can get a homeless man, but they can't keep him. And
they can't keep the homeless dude.
And so I would like people to relook at that, because a lot of people think that there are a lot of simps out here going for these women, but it's not, because if it was, we wouldn't see so many of them complaining about being lonely. And at the same time, you don't see, like I say, do you see a lot of ugly men on the internet saying, hey, I'll take this woman? I'm just putting it out there,
No, they're not gonna be lined up seeing it in the video. They're gonna be out there hollering at the women, like they gonna get out there and get them.
Hey, real quick, everybody, Pat, I'm just ready to show them this video real quick. Y'all probably not gonna see it unless y'all unless y'all watching on another device. But
oh yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone too.
All right, so let me show this video to those of y'all so y'all can want to know what I'm talking about. All right, this is the woman right here who said that she looking for a Caucasian boyfriend. Now, those of y'all said that she's a comedian, whatever, but it's still the whole point of the matter. Saying that she's 600 plus pounds and she's putting herself out there like this. All right, so here's the video.
Hi, I'm looking for a Caucasian boyfriend. I can spoil and give him all my money. Please, no niggers, no Latinas, no rice. I'm only looking for a Caucasian man that can take me to Walmart, walk beside me, and be my boyfriend. and love me forever. I get my settlement check today. I'll buy you a PS5. I give you all my food stamps. And I'm also about to buy a house. So if this year you're down, hit me up. Tag all your friends in the comments. And I'll be on live waiting. So it's good. I'm right here up on myself. So hit Tracy Dixon. I'll be waiting.
So different people in the chat, they'll say, "Well, I hear that." I know some of y'all in the chat. I know good and well that y'all want to hear, but I know that at the same time y'all trolling like in the berry. Y'all not gonna smash this woman for no damn PlayStation 5, and you sure as hell not gonna smash this woman just so you can get some goddamn food stamps. Come on now, be for real.
That is a shame. That is so embarrassing.
Hey,
And let me tell you something, Nick. I just want to say this. Was you finna say anything, Irvin?
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just about to say this. Looking at what this woman just said, I look at this situation the same way men, the way y'all categorize simps. That's how I look at women like this. These are low self-esteem, pick-me women. Pick-me women is the same equivalent to simp men. The way women look at pick-me women, that's how y'all look at simp men. It's the same difference because let me tell you why a woman like this, like women hate women like this because it's gonna put other women in the light of we should think like her. A woman needs to think like this. Just like that man that come along. I take care of your kids if they not mine. Shoot, I hand you over my check. I work 60 hours a week. You're going to pay them bills, take care of them kids. I don't care if they ain't mine. I love you. Y'all gonna look at that man like, what the F are you talking about, bro? Like, that's the same way we looking at these type of women. These type of women, like, and then everything she talked about, it sounds like she got a few resources or whatever. Girl, I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably is a comedian. It's probably a joke. But I'm saying the women out here that are really like this, come on, get yourself together. And that's another thing. A lazy person will never take accountability, and a lazy person will never invest in themselves to self improve their damn life, their appearance. If you find in a person, especially a plus size person. Now, this is the scary thing right here. If you find a plus size person that can never say I'm plus size, I ain't fat, I'm big. Girl, you are big, girl. You gotta do something about this. And if they can't take accountability about their weight, they can't take accountability about nothing else in their life.
Facts.
Man,
Big facts. I agree.
You better run from a woman, a big fat woman that can't take accountability. This should be a nightmare to a man.
Facts. And once again, just like I reiterate, if that dude still get with that said woman who's not taking accountability even for herself, even for her health, that lets you know where that dude mind is at. That dude do not care nothing about not only her. To be quite honest, the dude don't even care nothing about himself. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. He don't. Not only he's insecure, that dude needs some help. Let's keep it real. But shout out to everyone in the chat. Bougie Bar, she asked me this question. She said, were I ever turned down by any woman after I made my adjustments or changes on Urban? Of course, absolutely I was turned down by different women, but it wasn't because I was fat. It wasn't because I was a part of the social economical status. It dealt strictly with that woman's said preference in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely. It happens. It happens. Barb, she also said, you hit my Achilles heels. She cannot talk to no person with bad teeth. Go ahead, Wilson.
Oh no, I just listening, and my thing is how bad it really is. I don't know if you guys like see some other stuff on YouTube where There was a story where these two ladies were shooting at each other over a guy. And of course, it was all poverty, but it was just sad to see that, to see these women shooting at each other over a guy who say just got out of prison. Um, that's how bad it is for some of these big women. And so I don't know. It's just, somehow or another need to find a way to help them help themselves, I guess, or tell them not to date, you know,
I think that's the best thing.
is to tell them not to date.
I really do think that's the best thing. Urban, you heard me say that I was saying I didn't want to date until I lose weight. You remember me saying that?
Yeah, you said that a whole lot of times on last year. Absolutely.
Yes, most definitely. And I'm holding tight to it. Like when I'm out and about at the casino, it be guys trying to holler. Actually, it was this Nigerian guy trying to holler. He probably was a scammer. He probably was trying to scam me. Hell, what?
Yeah, you let them Africans alone. Anyway, go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, I mean both. They be getting us. They be getting us.
I be
hey,
getting this, and this is another thing too when it comes to being a bigger woman. And this is just me, cause I'm not a never been a delusional woman. Even when I was in elementary, I used to question the fairy tales they used to tell us, like why that woman let that man in her house, and why is Snow White over there sleeping with all them dwarfs, and she the only woman. Like I was always asking questions. I never drunk the Kool Aid, so anytime a man coming up to me, and especially if he's a nice looking man, and he got all his teeth in his mouth, and he looking decent. When he be coming up to me trying to holler at me, I be instantly thinking something wrong with this dude. Like, mm. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a bad looking woman. I keep myself together. But looking at the fact that I am bigger, I'm like, I know this other women out here this man could be hollering at. He trying to use me for something. I
mm-hmm.
always look at it like these guys have a hidden agenda when they trying to holler at is big women. They got a hidden agenda. They trying to use you. They trying to get up under you. They gonna get up under you and quit their job and tell about I quit my job. I don't know what to do. Be lying and got fired. Really, they out here preparing for a cold storm so they can get cuddly and warm under a big broad.
Yeah, facts. Hey, you said something really important. Well, also Wilson asked it too. Uh, you asked the question: should you be out there on dating if you know that you're a big woman or even a big man? You know what I'm saying? My answer to that is if you're not together physically, mentally, and spiritually, you should not be out there dating. Period. You should be getting yourself together. Because that is how we be entering into these old messed up toxic ass relationships, because we thinking that you are the exception to the rule. You don't need to do nothing. You just go out there and just find type of person, and y'all just work on each other, and God know my heart type of bullshit, or accept me for how the way I am type of bullshit. Different things like that, where you should already be working on yourself, period. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, period. That's how the way I see it.
That is so true. You talking about God know your heart. Girl, work on yourself. It's, I
So
mean, a lot of people don't want to work on themselves. I mean, a lot of people will do everything but work on themselves.
So the only problem with all of that, because it all sounds like peaches and cream, but the problem with this is that society is telling you it's okay. When you have Sports Illustrated and even in porn magazines, they're highlighting the fat girls, putting them out there. This is the new beauty standard. It's okay to look like this. This advice goes out the window because society's telling you it's okay. And then they shame you for how dare you calling her fat or not accepting her for being overweight. This is why they're putting them in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
If Taylor Swift, no matter what y'all want to say, the biggest pop artist on the planet, can almost get canceled because she looked at herself as fat, her own consciousness. But because she's just talking about her inner thoughts and she almost get canceled for that word, it's telling you what they're programming society to look at least over here, what they're programming us to look at, how we're supposed to look at it. It's not, it's bad to look at yourself as fat. But at the same time, if you are, it's acceptable. It's a beauty standard. You should be a Victoria's Secret model. You should be on the cover of the magazines.
I just want to say, I think a lot of the problem is that the say bigger women, they have the loudest voice, because it's funny that, let's say if you are a big man, you're not attractive or whatever, you can't turn around and tell somebody that they're body shaming you or anything like that because you're not chosen to be with somebody. As to where, I don't know, I don't want to blame it on Oprah or whomever or however it started, but somewhere along the line, uh big women got this voice to where they're able to change the conversation, and we have to say what we don't want to say in order to make them feel good, so everybody can be happy. But to me, I see it as another form of Jim Crow, because you can tell me I'm fat and I'm old and I'm ugly, but I can't tell you that you're the same thing. So that's
Mm.
what I how I see it when it comes to where we can't say how we really feel, amongst the women.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good point, Wilson. That's a
SBK,
good.
go ahead, brother.
Here's my question. I noticed on your community post you had a very, very. I thought the post was. It's interesting because I like to know, as you did, as you posted the post, you wanted people's perspective, or men's perspective, and women, of the threshold. And what I mean by that, you had a number of pictures of women of different sizes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I know you off the market, Urban, but still, you can have an opinion, and the men and women can give their take on it and what they would prefer. But what do you think is the? I guess the question is, what is the cutoff point? Because everybody says there's a difference between thick and being big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or using the word thick or fat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering what you guys thought about that in that post, because I was thinking about that when you posted that, and I'm like, I wonder what people you really think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good question, y'all. So while y'all were doing that, and I'm about to get ready to put the post up right now so y'all can see it. All right. Here it is right here. All right. So let me share with y'all the post that they're talking about. All right. Here it is right here. All right, so this is the post that I put up there. Well, many of y'all want to comment up on there. Many of y'all who are in the chat come in as well too. So the post said this. It said, "Let's do this social experiment. Both men and women can answer. Did it ask which do you prefer?" And it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sets of women. Right, started from the thinnest to women who are considered as overweight. All right, so many people gave their perspective on this post. Like Miss Annette, she said that she would take on the lady, which is B. Sparrow, he said he would take C through E. Lionel, he said without a shadow of doubt, he would take A.
I said it with my chest.
He said it with his chest. He would take A. So those of y'all in the chat right now, put in the comment section right now, which woman would you prefer? Do you prefer A, B, C, D, or E? And put it in the comment section why you prefer that type of woman. All right. So SBK, what was your choice on this post? What type of woman would you have chose on this post?
Actually, B and C.
B and C.
But A is you can work with A. Twirl her around your finger. You can work with A. But yeah, B and C. I like some pump in the bump. You know what I mean? So just but ideally speaking, B. But B and C I can work with. Now A, if you got, man, see Lionel, you've influenced me, man. But, B and C, man. B and C, I can work with. You know what I mean?
All right, Katie, I'm pretty sure you look at the post right now. If you were to date any one of these type of women, what would be your preference and why?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna say this because we got to keep it in reality. Close. I'll get another one. This should be in the closet. Okay. I'm gonna speak from reality, looking at where I'm from, coming from where I'm from in Arkansas. There's a whole lot of is that D?
Yeah, D. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of D's. I see a lot of D's where I'm from, and even the one next to it. Is that E? Yeah, I see a lot of D's and E. But just and I'm keeping it real because when it comes to anyone out there that's thinking about what they want to date or you got to look at the community that's around you. So just to be honest, if I was a man, I would probably realistically say C and D.
Okay. All right, Mr. Wilson, I don't know if you could see this post or not.
No, I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I post on my community wall, but yeah, it's okay. We could omit it. All right. So
to be honest, just like when we hear the women on the dating shows, a guy who's 6'5", et cetera, it's obvious that's a preference that is, it's physical. The women can't even explain it, but it's something about when they see a guy of a certain height, it makes them tingle. Well, the opposite with men are true. You take a woman, say between 5 foot, 5'4", under 150 pounds, depending on how she's shaped. That's normally the ideal woman for men, because you don't even see the tall guys with tall women. Most guys go for a woman between, say, 5 foot and 5'4", under 160 pounds, those with money. Now, there again, like I say, when you don't have money, you go for what you're able to get. But it's usually around that size and numbers, that men will see a woman and that's what they like.
Gotcha. Once again, salute to everyone who's tuned in to the show right now, and I appreciate y'all perspective about this topic. We got Sparrow in the building. Sparrow, salute, man. Salute. Sure, it's been a while, man. I don't think we spoken to each other since I don't know when, bro.
This was hilarious because that post he posted earlier, and I'll definitely give some context to my answer. I stand by it, but
Mm-hmm.
realistically, there's more to it. But all you niggas is lying. I say that with love and jokingly. Okay, so here's the whole thing. Here's the whole pun intended skinny with this situation, right? So yeah, me personally, right? The kind of women I like exaggerated features. Period, across the board. So eyes, mouth, body, like all that stuff. I think that, and everyone has like their own preferences. I think generally speaking, most men do like women that are quote unquote smaller than them, or at least like someone they can, pick up. But I also don't think that, I think sometimes like when you hear, especially with like conversations like this, like online, whether it be on YouTube or Discord, and especially in the black community, when it's like, oh, the dating and the body standards, there is definitely an issue with like oh, it's okay to be, fat as shit. There's something wrong with that. Definitely. I think everyone can objectively see that. But y'all tell, like, I like big titties. I like big butts. Like, I don't care. Like a big bitch with a snatched waist, you can work with that, especially if she's pretty. Like, and at the end of the day, like when I look at like all the women I've ever, because like I'm married now, but like all
Mm-hmm.
the women like I've ever dated, like it's kind of all over the place. There's definitely like you would definitely see like, oh, he has a type. Like there are certain features and things that I like. Like I prefer women of color. Like I don't think I think I've only been with like one white girl ever in my life. But women of color, Latino, black, especially my wife is black. And they're more shapely. And I think like in our community, like those kind of things are highlighted. Again, that doesn't mean now we all know what we talk about when we see, the skinny, dingy, dusty looking nigga in Walmart, and he's with a big girl, like she's not even pretty. Like, like there's definitely something that could be said about that. We've all seen the Cynthia G videos. That series is like the only good thing I think I ever saw her make ever. But
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, yo, see through E. Like, come on, especially like those silhouettes that you showed, pull it back up again. Like, pull that back up again. Like, that's unrealistic because
Mm-hmm.
in real life, the D and E's, they be that big, but they don't look like that. It's not proportioned like that. So like, keep it a
Mm-hmm.
buck, fellas. Like seriously. And again, that doesn't mean every single person. Everyone has their preferences. Like I've been with girls that were Coke skinny. The girlfriend I had before I got with my wife, was itty bitty up top, but like hips from here to there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I don't care.
So,
I've talked to fat
so,
girls. I've been with fat
Sparrow,
girls. I've been with tiny girls.
Sparrow. Let me ask you this question, bro. Have you ever dated a woman who was 400 pounds or larger?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying. That's where we get into like I think obviously like in the people that are into that, that's where I would be like, yo, that's like fetish, kink, like or insecure. Like there's some other thing. Maybe not. But I highly doubt it. And those are extreme cases. I'm talking like, like the 210s, like that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
it's all about how it looks, like where it's proportion. Again, dramatic features. Again, big girl with a snatched waist, that she
Mm-hmm.
would probably get way more attention, especially if she's pretty and knows how to clean up. And like big girls either stink or they smell like soap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. So let me give you the whole context of the show. All right. So I had did a reaction video last week, right? We was talking about Dank, the rapper. She was suing Lyft because the Lyft driver wouldn't let her into his vehicle because she
oh
she
yeah, I saw
said
that.
was fat. Yeah. So while I was doing the reaction to that video, right? Proportionally, right? A lot of women in the comment section was giving pushback on that, saying that there was nothing wrong with her. They kept saying it over and over again. There ain't nothing wrong with her. Y'all body shaming her. Y'all doing this and that and that and whatever.
Now that is now guys. Now ladies, if you are one of the ladies who is in the comments offended by that and you're watching now, let me enlighten you, all right? And this is not to be mean. She is clearly unhealthy. Nothing was proportion. And again, it's not like we're talking about like looks, at least as far as I know right now. So like if
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going off of like looks and attractiveness, I am not saying that there are no attractive big girls. You just heard me defend them. You feel me? She's not
Mm-hmm.
attractive. She looks unhealthy. That looks gross. Like, I mean, again, like I mean her skin was clear. I guess like that's all you got.
Yeah.
Her makeup was done, but like no, that's not attractive. That's sloppy. That's drawing.
That's
Yeah.
just too much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so that's the whole context of the show because a lot of the women last week that was giving pushback on that, saying that now we should settle and date them type of women too because our women deserves a chance at dating. But
First off, no one deserves a chance at dating. Nobody. It is not an
Abs-
entitlement. You are not owed a person.
Exactly.
You are not owed sex. You are not owed an orgasm. You're not owed any of these things.
Exactly.
These are the things that are the perks in life.
Exactly, and that was my overall point about that too. Like, hey, overall, this is not something you're entitled to. Second of all, every single time women tend to always try to push men to the women who are either less attractive or they be overweight and say that we need to settle for them. Why all in all, when men try to go for the normal looking women, right? They the ones who be pushing us away, saying that we don't qualify for them for whatever various reasons, which we accept.
That's
That's
not even
fine.
here nor there. The only women you hear advocate about that stuff, like the only women you ever hear complain about ageism are old women. The only women you ever hear get upset about like the body shaming thing either don't have like whatever the, I guess, standard like, oh, that's attractive, that's a healthy, good looking body thing is, or they're fat. Like they like that's usually why. A lot of the women that probably were saying that probably look similar to her. Probably not even as bad, but like we always see ourselves looking worse than we do. So like a big girl who sees that and then sees a bunch of people making fat jokes, they're probably like, oh well, like I'm cute, I have a boyfriend. Like no, like you guys should date her. Like she's really nice. And like I think women know, like especially like older women, like as you get older, like we know what it is with guys and girls. Like it's old news. Like yeah, guys like how you look. We prioritize that very highly. And a lot of women, again, I'm sure you're nice, but if we're not interested, and I'm not saying that a guy can't meet a girl, and I'm not talking about like big sloppy girls, but like just a girl in general who he's not attracted to, and like spend time with her and then find her more appealing. That happens. You feel me? Same thing happens, I think, with women. I think it happens with women a lot more than it happens with men.
Yeah.
But like, who cares? Like, yeah, it's because we see them. So it's the same thing. Like I used to get upset and be like, oh, well, what's wrong with the normal average working Joe? Like when I was single stuff, it's because I was the average normal looking Joe, and I was upset that I wasn't.
Wait. Why are we not going to talk about the big and sloppy girls? Because a lot of chicks love to be like, well, I got a friend, and she's single and whatnot, but they be big and sloppy. Too many dudes talk about that.
That's why their friends are big and sloppy. I mean, that's just gonna happen. Like because those girls are living a delusion. They want to say like, oh, one, I help my friend, and two, they're like, oh, I think she's really cool. Like and like she has a dope personality.
And those girls keep big sloppy girls around them because they ain't no competition when it comes to them going out to the clubs, and they don't have to worry about big sloppy
That's
girls.
true too. Unless they met in the sandbox, yeah, there's some reason they're keeping her around.
Exactly.
That's typically the reason why they keep them around is because they want to feel secure about themselves, so they get the low hanging fruit there. They also them low hanging fruit women, them big women, they plays an important role with them. They always be the one they'll sit up here and curve that dude. You'll try to walk up to her. Hey girl, what's up, shorty? You know what I'm saying? My name is Urban. Girl, look at him. He look ugly. It always be girl, look at him. He look ugly.
Maybe. Like I mean, I think in some cases there's always the wing girl, you know.
Exactly, bro. Every man up here have dealt with that one wing girl that was up here trying to push you away from the main girl you're trying to holler at. And she was less appealing. Correct?
Not every single time. I mean, maybe I just was always around bad bitches. It's like, but yeah, not every single time. I think that's something that you always see in a friend group, and I guess one could argue it's more likely that it would be the fat, less appealing friend who would take on that role, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. Because I think a lot of times it's unconscious when girls do that, but girls do it. Like they're I don't know, they're in sync. They like communicate via echolocation to each other, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so true. And you know what? If that big fat friend lose weight, they probably won't be friends too much longer.
Some girls, again, I already told you how I feel about it. Some girls look weird when they lose weight. It's like sometimes it's like, oh, you look cuter when you were fat.
You know what? I actually said that about a couple of people that I know. I like, man, it's Sparrow. It's because they end up losing too much weight. Where they be looking like the picture A on my community wall, where it just don't look good at all on them. So
Well, sometimes
you
it's
know,
not. Sometimes it'll be like a good example is and I don't care. I stand by this. I've been saying this for years. I thought Jennifer Hudson was cuter when she was chubby. Like
I
I
agree.
would like
I
she
agree.
looks great now.
I
Don't get me
agree with
wrong,
you too.
but I would
Hmm.
probably like if it was the two of them somewhere and like it's like end of the night, last call. Like I'm probably just gonna talk to the fat J Hud.
What about Jill Scott? What about Jill Scott?
Oh, she can. Oh, both ways. Both are fine. I'd flip a coin. I'm being honest, and I feel like a lot of guys feel like that. I feel like especially now, like with like all the conversation about dating and standards, and like I think a lot of it, like on the guy side, like I mean, let's keep it a buck. We are very, and this goes for the rich man and the poor man. Now, the rich man, the guy that's doing all right, pick of the litter. He has his pick of the litter. But I think for the most part, all men, we just like women. I like my women. I like my candy assorted. I think my wife personally, like she's like the best of both worlds. Like she's a brick house.
Hmm.
And I like that. And she's always, of course, like she goes to the gym and she's always like worried about her weight and she's always like, oh, like I gotta get rid of this mommy tummy because I had the baby. But I'm like, yo, like, how many women would kill to look like you? Like it, like I don't know, but
Hmm.
yeah, man, they all can
This
get it.
this brings up a interesting point. All right, let me ask on all the men on the panel this: have y'all ever smashed a 300+ pound chick before? Any one of y'all?
Yeah,
Never.
I
I have.
don't think if she was, I didn't know, but I don't think so. No.
Never.
Never. And you guys know me, Urban, Lionel. You guys have seen me. I'm almost 300 pounds at 6 foot. And so I can't imagine dating a 300-pound woman or a 300-pound woman being on top of me. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine it. So, but I've never. I'm not saying I have anything against 300-pound women, but I've never dated anybody or been with or smashed anybody that was 300 pounds. Smashed
I
on a
think
date.
that's an extreme. Like think about it. Anyone who's again like any woman that's like, especially off their average height, who weighs that much, like that's where we get into, like I said, the weird dudes you see in Walmart. Like that's different.
But hey, Sparrow, but that's the argument though with a lot of women. They said that you should be acceptable to not only be in a relationship with them but smashing them because you should
I
accept them for how the
highly
way they
doubt
are.
that. I would argue, I do not know this for a fact, but all the majority of quote big women or what we would consider to be big women are not 300+ pounds. And if they're defending that, it's probably because they think they look like that.
Hmm.
Or they think it's that bad, or they're just the fact that they're bigger, like they know that they're quote overweight. So because of that, they're projecting and they're like, oh no, you should. Plus, like again, the sisterhood, like they band together. Like I've seen like really pretty girls defend ugly girls just because like they feel bad. That's not like you don't see that all the time, but like it does happen.
Yeah, I
Those
agree.
women, again, 300 pounds, like guys, you got to be real. It's the same way you don't want to date a dude who needs to ride a scooter everywhere and needs an oxygen tank. Like it's the same thing. Like I think that's where we get into the lane of being unrealistic and stuff like that. People are allowed to have like preferences on what they like. Again, everyone knows, I think women, because there's a lot of things that they would at least like off first glance count against the guy. Like it would be something stupid where it's like, like that really isn't, like if you spent more time with the guy, you probably would like him and that little thing wouldn't even matter. And they do that. Guys, for the most part, we're a little more lenient. We'll be like, this is something I don't like, but is she bad enough for me to get over it? Like that's how we like play things out.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, long as you could put a bag over her and still smash her is okay, huh?
I mean, I think it depends. I mean, I've never slept with a woman who I thought was like ugly in the face, especially like I said, I've had coke skinny, I've had
Yeah.
a little bigger than me, but like, and I'm like an average size guy, so like I've been with girls that were quote bigger than me, but I've been with girls that weigh about as much as a dollar bill, and they were all pretty. Ugly.
Mhm.
That's see, we're getting into a different like area with ugly. But if you're 300
Mhm.
pounds, your face, like if you are pretty, I probably can't tell. I probably can't see your eyes. Your cheeks are like that's huge. That girl, that rapper that got that Sue and Lift, that's what she like. She like that's sloppy, man. Like it looked like the front of her stomach was like covering the front of her ankles. Like, come on.
Yeah. But she got an OnlyFans. People are actually paying to see
Yeah,
her.
which, like I said, if that's the
Mhm.
territory we're getting into people who are there's an ulterior motive or it's some weird kink like fetish shit, which I would argue again, not to kink shame anyone, but like that is not average. That's not typical. I would say it's not normal because if we go back to it at the end of the day, sex is about having children. So like things that we're attracted to, like even things that we're not always aware of, are indicators of, oh, will this person produce healthy offspring? Which I think that's why guys like that's why we like hips, that's why we like breasts, like those kind of things, like smooth skin, like it shows that you're healthy, it shows that you can feed the
Mhm.
kid, it shows that you can carry the kid. So like things like that. Like again, I like those features, but dramatic, which is why like a bigger woman like wouldn't like I wouldn't mind that because like I like large breasts, I like big butts. But
Mhm.
again, like I said, big girl snatch waist, that looks different. That's like we're getting into like Jessica Rabbit territory. Those are exaggerations. Those would probably get more into like the kind of fetishy kinky stuff. But like someone that's like 300, like slot, like if that girl has an OnlyFans, like there's only weirdos subscribe to it.
Mhm. Yep. Absolutely. So I asked y'all this question earlier. Have y'all smashed a 300 plus chick? Right. So let me ask this question: would you ever consider smashing a 300 plus chick? Why not?
I'm married. But
Let's throw marriage out the equation.
Let me
I'm married
know,
too,
Nathan.
but
no, the
hypothetically.
answer is still no. I was trying to be nice.
So
no.
So, gentlemen, I do have to have I do want to confess to y'all. I have smashed a 300-pound woman before.
I'm ashamed of you, Urban.
I have. I did it. I did it. It was only because I was at the club. It was only because I was drunk as hell and I was single and I just needed to get my rocks off. I'm be dead
No
serious
excuses,
with y'all.
bro.
I'm be dead
I was
serious
just-
with y'all.
No excuses.
I was just
I've
gonna say
never
that.
been able
Hold on,
to.
Urban, was it good?
Nah.
We wouldn't shame you if you were like, it wasn't that bad.
I'm shaming you now.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and shame me. Y'all can hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm not
you
above
admit it,
reproach.
like, it's not that much
I'm
shame
not
if
above.
like you're
But
oh, I did.
but yeah, it wasn't good at all. She was all super sweaty, had the bed sweaty and stuff. Right? It smelled like I don't know. It smelled like cottage
Sounds
cheese
like
or
she
something.
had a good time.
Yeah. But hey, man,
That's what it's all about, right?
that was one of my worst experiences, man. I don't even. I'll put y'all this way, gentlemen. Don't ever get yourself that drunk at the club, man, where you just want to smash, damn thing, man.
Oh, the strobe light cuties, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I have though. I ain't lying. I have. I'm gonna admit it. I have. Would I be in a relationship with her? Mm-mm.
I think a lot of people probably wouldn't like. It would really. Yeah, like I mean, I've seen I've seen guys out, with larger women, and I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm talking about like normal looking people. It's just like, oh, this guy's wife's just fat. If she was always like that, who knows? In some cases, it's like, oh, hey man, he's doing his thing. But I see now. I don't know. Now you're confusing me. Yeah, 300 is. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone who's in the chat right now. Appreciate you tuning in to the show where we're having a conversation. The whole title of the show is Men Will Not Talk to Big Back Women, period. Where we have a combination of both men and and woman on the panel right now. They're giving their perspectives about why you should or you shouldn't date big back women. All right. So we're having a really good conversation. Appreciate everyone who's there right now. I see Dean in the chat. I see Max. I see you in the chat. Salute to you as well too, and salute to everyone else who are in the bushes as well too. Sparrow, it looked like you brought some of your folks over here to the lounge. I appreciate it.
Did I? Oh, I didn't. They are. I mean, hi. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. Wilson, you look like you have something to say.
Well, no, I just my story's different. I have been with more than one or two big women. One, I'm 64 years old, so I'm grandfathered in. That's another joke. But no,
He's been around.
yeah, yeah. I don't, like I say, seriously, as an old man, I'll talk your head off on that one. But no, I was with my first big girl, Thanksgiving, 1974. From that time, you know, I was born poor, broke, black, all of that stuff. So yeah, the women I was around were poor, broke, and et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, I dealt the hand that was given to me. Now, the one thing I do want to say, yeah, there are some women who are big and they smell bad, and ladies, you need to do something about that. But there are some, every now and again, there are one or two big women that do have a nice, they have a good vagina.
See, the OG, he knows. He knows. I'm telling y'all. And he's right. Like again, they either stink or they smell fantastic. There's no in between.
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, there's that. The thing is, though, a big woman, especially today, you can't meet a guy and you have this horrible attitude. I have been trying to figure out where that come from. I don't know if to blame it on Maury or blame it on Jerry Springer. I'm not sure who to blame it on. But seriously, 50 plus years ago, big women did not have these attitudes that they have today. And I don't know how you expect to meet somebody and you're unattractive before I even meet you and you have a bad attitude. Someone has to explain that one to me. And you want a rich guy to come talk to you. That's another thing. You want a rich guy to come talk to you and you're unattractive with a bad attitude. Can someone explain that one to me?
I think some of them are doing it on purpose. Like when you see the videos of like that video from earlier, that lady talking about she wants a white guy. Clearly that was a bit, like very clearly. And I think she intended for it to be obvious that it was a bit. But like when you see some of those other videos, some of those girls may feel that way a little bit, but like they're doing it because they see the ridiculousness in it. Like they know. Like women aren't delusional or can be, but like they're not that dumb. So like a big girl being like, oh, I need, 6'5", he makes $600,000 a year. Like, come on, miss. Like, again, like that's not. So I think some of that is BS. But for the people that do think that, like, it's because probably where they're from, maybe they don't have a hard time getting with men. But then it's like, well, if you go to the cocktail party, miss, I'm sorry, but you're probably not leaving with the guy you want. So.
That's true.
You can get with a guy, and that's what it is. It'll be like, a pretty bigger girl, and then like she goes on all these dating panels, and then like she's talking about she wants to date this rapper, and he's like, respectfully, no. And then she's like, oh, what, the beauty stand, blah blah blah. And it's like I get niggas, and it's like good for you, but like again, let's be real. Now, if that rich rapper guy, that's his twist, maybe, who knows? Depends on who. Again, it depends on who you are. When we say like big girl, what? Well, like again, that the silhouettes up there earlier, like that's unfair. That's unfair to the big girls because like most of them are not shaped like that. So they're shaped like that, they're getting attention. I don't care, especially in the black community. Like I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And also that's to be fair, that silhouette that I put up on my community wall, it had nothing to do with this conversation. I just put it up there just to, just to engage the conversation. Let's see what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? But you mentioned something too, Sparrow. You mentioned that some of the women that do that, right, it's pretty much for clout, right? Which I agree with you. Whenever the women they're on either YouTube, IG, whatever, a lot of stuff they put out there is for the clout. You know what I'm saying? But however, how do you feel about the actual women who really do believe in that, who's not posting it for content, but actually believe that they have this entitlement mentality?
Because I was about to say, I grew up around these fat women, and they think like that.
It's because they're only around guys that would probably put up with it. That's why. So that's where the delusion comes from. But like, and again, you can dream big all you want. Dream as big as your ass, girlfriend. But it's not. It's just like again, I can't like how do I feel about them? Like I feel bad for them. They'll probably grow up eventually. Hopefully, if they don't, then it's really on them. It doesn't. I don't lose sleep over it.
They only get worse. Some of them don't ever grow up. One thing about it, for people to stay in delusion, they need help to stay in that delusion. So most of the people that are around them telling them, "Oh, girl, you okay? You don't need to lose no weight, girl. You good? You good?" No, them girls is telling you that they don't want you to lose weight. They don't want you to look better because they think you might take their man then. So they're gonna be around a circle of women that's gonna keep them fat and keep them thinking, "Oh, girl, you look good. Girl, you put that outfit on, you slay, you slay." No, the hell, she did not slay. In order for these women to stay big, they have to have a help of a whole delusional system around them to keep that mentality and stay big. And one in this another thing too, because I heard some people talking about this on a panel when it came to that rapper that couldn't fit in the car. It, it's plenty of guys out here knocking her down. They knocking her down, and she feel like, "Hey, I'm still out here getting pinged. I'm making rap videos. I'm rapping. I'm about to sue these people. People know I got money coming in. I'm already a local rapper. My name blowing up because I'm suing these folks." Man, there's gonna be plenty more guys in her DM right now trying to hit that, trying to see what they can get, trying to see if they can get some money up out of whatever, whatever. She don't care. She'll break off a couple of dollars to get that validation, to get that attention. But that whole situation with her not fitting in the car, that was not embarrassing enough to her to be like, "Hey, I need to get a control of my weight. I got to do something about this." No, she was pushed to be like, "Oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm suing them because I can't fit in the car." The delusion of grandeur.
And I asked this question too. I like how it feels that serious. Why she doesn't ask her friend who's driving that BMW to come pick her up?
That's what we said. I don't even think it is a friend with a damn BMW.
She was probably busy. But I gotta log off, guys. I just wanted to get in here real quick. Give
Sparrow,
my 2 cents.
yeah, hey, like always, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Putting up to the panel and stuff. Salute to you. Appreciate you always commenting in the chat as well too.
Yeah, no problem. And hey, all you big girls out there, I don't know, do some crunches, man. Like it's not that big a deal. I'm not saying no one's saying like hate yourself, because like I think all humans have inherent value, but like we have to be realistic. There's a healthy, there's an unhealthy. Some guys may like you, but that doesn't mean don't work on your health. Again, like some lady just gonna be big, you feel me? Like just bigger frame. That's fine, but like be the healthiest you can be. But be realistic, and if you niggas out there capping about smashing no fat girl, you're lying. But yeah, I will get it tomorrow.
Hey, real quick before you go, you still doing things on your channel? Because last time I went over there, I didn't see you wasn't putting a lot of content.
Other Winter Olympics. Like I don't like it. Really is. YouTube's really a hobby. And
Okay,
I'm married, I got a kid, and But
gotcha.
I'm working on a Disney princess thing now, and I do live streams every once in a while. Maybe I should do more like men and women stuff. And I'm married and bored, so what's up with you? It's like,
I would see. I would see why not. You married, bro, so you have a lot to talk about.
I know, and I love being married. It's
Mhm.
I don't think it's for everybody, but I think it's an overall good. It definitely it's made me a better person. I know it sounds cringe and lame if you're not like married. I don't have a perfect marriage. Like again, we fight all the time. Sometimes you want to kill each other, but I think those are always the best marriages. Like those old folks you see, they've been married for like 40 years and they just like insult
Mhm.
each other all the time and they like quiet when they eat. That's beauty right there. That's love, man.
Yeah, facts.
It's like everybody loves Raymond, just longer.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, you was telling me about the Disney princess thing the last time you was up on the panel. You remember when we was talking about Trump?
What about Trump?
No, I said you was talking about the Disney princess thing the last time you was on the panel.
Oh
Almost a year ago.
because
Remember
I
that?
work really slow and I work really slow and then I'm writing the script and I gotta get all the clips and the princesses, man, they need to leave that's the name of the video. Leave my girls alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like
All right.
on they fly lady. But all right, guys.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Once again, salute everybody. Appreciate you tuning into the show. We are having a phenomenal conversation. Those of y'all who are in the building right now, and if you're not sub up to this channel, I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe you acting like an overweight woman. Stop being lazy as hell and go ahead and push that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can get all this good old thought-provoking content. All right. So, y'all got any other thing that y'all want to add into the conversation, panelists?
I just want to say something real quick. One, I'm gonna have to log off myself. My phone's about to die. The one thing I wanted to say, what was sad about the lady wanting to sue the guy for the cab ride, I think a lot of that started, and I don't want to blame it on the cell phone or the internet, but let's say the first real crazy lawsuit I remember, it probably goes back 15 years ago. The lady had her cell phone, she was looking at it, and she walked into a pond and she wanted to sue the people because of the pond being there while she was on her phone walking. And so from that point on, I don't know, you just hear all of these just really silly lawsuits. And I don't know if to blame it on the cell phone or the internet or people just trying to scam. But that part of life today is what I call some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, facts. And I had said that too, Wilson, that at the end of the day, she's trying to run that scam as though as Lyft is in the wrong and she's in the right, but that's far from the truth. That's far from the truth at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even think her lawsuit going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The most that Lyft will probably do, since she got a little bit of social media traction, is they're probably just going to settle quietly with her. And then after that, she probably gonna be won't be able to ride no more Lyfts ever in her lifetime, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna add it in when they do the negotiations and stuff. So, but yeah.
Right on. Hey guys, I want to say thank you a lot for allowing me on your panel. You guys have a good evening.
All right, you too. Thank you, Miss Wilson.
Good night.
Later.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a shame too, Urban, that ultimately after this lawsuit is over, she may never be able to drive in the Lyft. Like that's embarrassing. Just think, like I got my birthday coming up. All my friends' family gonna be out here. We're gonna be getting like big Uber trucks and riding to our destinations. And she out with her friends. Girl, I can't get in the Lyft. You know I sued him.
It's not only gonna be with Lyft though, because the other one company is looking too. Who else on Uber out there as well too. Even that what's that app Turo? They're gonna be looking at that as well too. Like, hey, this woman is an opportunity, so we don't want to do business with her at all. So it's gonna have a ripple effect. But she thinking that it's gonna be okay. She thinking that since she got them two little young lawyers and she thinking they're gonna do what they do, it's fine. They can do what they do. And if they end up selling it, that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna ruin everything for her.
And that's what I was thinking too. Even when it comes to where she's from, I think Detroit, right?
Yeah,
This is
Detroit.
in Detroit.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously, from what they say, Detroit has all these laws set into place to stop people from discriminating against big people. So I'm like, is it a lot of big people in Detroit
What
that they
what
have to make laws for the
what?
fat people?
Well, wait a minute. They got laws for that? Cause
Yes, that's what the
Yeah.
lawyers was talking about.
huh? I didn't know that.
It's lawyers
Yeah,
were
that's why I think she's actually going to win the lawsuit because of where it's at.
yeah, because she know the
Hmm.
law. She know the law.
So
That's
so it,
probably why she never leave Detroit because she can go around and be fat and break chairs and shit and
mhm.
nothing's gonna happen. She can sue the damn people.
And keep in mind that she said during the interview that she's been in smaller cars than that car that she was refused to get in. So I'm just
But we
wondering.
didn't see no pictures of her in them small cars.
I
That's what I'm
think she's
saying.
full of crap.
I
Yeah,
would
she
like to
said
know.
it.
I would like to know what kind of small car, how
Yeah,
small the car was.
she got a history on it. They always record it, so I would love to see the history on that.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
she stayed taking pictures and all that. Why didn't she pull back up in a different lift and the lift was the size of the person who turned her down? Now if she pulled back up hopping out of a Hyundai Sinatra and she posted that picture showing her getting out that car, bam, you got a lawsuit. But I feel like when she posted the other picture, she was getting out of the Uber double, triple XL. She wasn't getting out of a Sinatra or a Honda Civic.
Mhm. Hmm. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm blown away that it's actual law in Detroit. Talk about that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a law talking about that, and you know what? That's a big reason why those lawyers jumped on the case because they know
Yeah,
they had a
because they
man.
know
And
the
then I see one of the lawyers had his hand around. I said, "Oh, she winning."
But
He
yeah,
had his
so
hand around her.
I just want to say nobody's saying that. Well, some people are saying, but dudes will mess with a big girl, but they're
Oh,
not going to show her off. They're not taking this girl out in public, generally speaking.
unless she got some kind of unless she got a payment or settlement coming in. Like,
Yeah,
dang,
she got she got
coming.
that.
She got a couple of $1 million coming. It's gonna
This
be.
my girl.
I don't care what y'all say.
But real like that. Other than that, they're not showing her off. And 10 times out of 10, they're talking about her behind her back. They're telling all the boys either they're
Mhm.
lying and telling them they got a baddie, or they being honest and being like, I got a trashy fatty.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
they're not being nice about it. And too many guys can attest to that. They're not being nice about it.
Mm-mm.
And why is it, like Lionel? You brought it up towards the beginning of the show. Why is it? I want to ask y'all. Why is it that so many men cap? They sit there, man, and I've seen it on here, where on social media, where men do all this capping. They roast everybody. They roast everybody's women. They roast women, disrespectful to women, and come to find out they got a big back, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you
They
doing all that.
deflected.
You see what I'm saying?
They
Lady,
deflected.
you see what I'm saying? So all of that capping and all of that stunting in front, and you know what I'm saying? You're in love with a big bag. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna say this. I won't say that they're in love with them, but at the same time, it's like what Bernie Mac used to say. I'm gonna say what you can't say. That's why they come online and do that. Because what they really want to say to her, they're not going to do that. They're going to lose out on something that some type of resource they need. So they're going to go online and say what they really want to say to their girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I will say this here. I don't want to be X-rated, but I've heard that big women have some great oral skills. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how true that is, but that's what's been.
That's all in the
hey,
doubt. That don't have nothing to do with you being skinny, small.
yeah, it really hey,
I,
hey, let me clear this up, all right? Because I already confessed to y'all that I had smashed a 300-pound woman, all right?
Shaking my head.
Shaking my head. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I needed to be delivered. I got delivered, man. I got delivered. I'm saved and sanctified now. but it's something about what she was giving that sloppy toppy, man. It was different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was because of, in her mind, she don't have nothing to lose, or she don't have no shame of it, but it was different versus from, when other women do it. Because like when other women, throughout my experience, excluding my wife, we can't add my wife in this, but when other women do it right, they be acting all shy. They be acting like they don't really want to do it. Some of them be acting entitled as hell to do it. They be like, well, you got to do me first, right, type thing. Y'all know how they are. You know what I'm saying? Then when you do that right, then they come back around, they give you the bare minimal. You know what I'm saying? It just be that. But with that 300-pound woman, right, she did it. I mean, she honestly didn't care. She like, I'm like, girl, okay, shoot, this is different.
But Urban, I've heard that though. You know what I mean? A lot of my homeboys is like, man, you don't know what you're missing. Man, that oral game of the big back is phenomenal.
I mean, it's like, bro, it's like they sitting up here eating without them eating, if that makes any sense. It's like they just enjoying a delicious meal. And on top of that, they love to swallow too.
See, I don't think it's about the size though, because it sounds like any girl, if she got the skill set, she can make it happen. That's why what's her name? Corrine Stevens got the name Superhead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When it comes to that don't have nothing to do with size.
But that's the point I'm making to y'all, is that like other women that I have experienced that with, right? They don't. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like they shy of doing it. It's like I don't know. They don't. It's weird, but it's like at the same time, right? They give you the bare minimal sex, right? But in reality, they want the man to have sex with them like they're a porn star. You know what I'm saying?
Sacrifice. That's what you got to sacrifice when you're going after that beautiful, beautiful woman. She's not gonna feel like she got to work as hard in the bedroom. Now you get with that woman that's big, or she could be smaller, but probably not that cute in the face. Those are going to be the women that don't go above and beyond in the bedroom because they got something to prove and they got to make up for what they lacking.
Facts. That is all I'm saying. But
that's another thing. It's just a catch-22. It's kind of like you say you want a woman that don't have a lot of bodies, and that's the woman you want to marry. But when you get in the bed with her after the wedding, I mean, it's boring. So you go cheat on her with a woman that got a lot of bodies. Like, it's just how the game goes. You're gonna have to sacrifice a few things if you want to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Some of these big women out here, y'all pass them up, but sometimes they'll be the woman that'll be the most loyal to you, the most good to you. But hey, she probably won't look that damn good walking on your arm. You just gotta make sacrifices in life.
Oh, go ahead, SBK.
No.
Oh, that's all I had to say. Sometimes you just gotta make sacrifices in life. I was telling my son the same thing. Because there was this real beautiful African girl out here. When we first moved to Vegas, he was cold. And I told him, don't be giving the girl your money. Because when I seen the girl looking like an Instagram model and You got this teeny weeny waist and this big old booty and this big long hair. I said, you finna go out your way for this bad bitch. When I seen her, I
Yeah,
already
them,
knew.
them. Hey, to be honest with you, them African terriers, man, they be the worst, and they be the most fakest women too, man. They
Man,
whole entire appearance is
all the time,
artificial.
the accent.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they like that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the African feathers. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand.
But bro, they like that, man. If you want to look at like in South Africa, right, in Lagos and Nigeria and all the stuff, man, all of them be sitting up here wearing weed, wigs and stuff, right? They be super caked up in makeup and they be thinking they be fine as hell. Now, aesthetic wise, like for us, the body they be looking good as hell. I ain't gonna lie, but
I have a nice body.
other than that, the face and all this stuff there and the hair, it'll be so artificial, man. And then to top it off, they be having the worst entitlement attitude.
Oh yeah, cause they know. That's another thing. Y'all know. Y'all mess with women with a lot of. You marry a woman that got a lot of options, or you dating a woman with options. You're gonna constantly be competing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the thing what Urban was talking about earlier. Those guys that be after the bigger women or whatever, they are deficient, resource wise. So they'll go after a big woman because they ain't gonna have to work hard. They not gonna have to compete to keep that big woman. Now
Facts.
you go out here and like that silhouette little thing. You get the woman that's that B or whatever. Man, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to be constantly working to keep that woman. That big girl, you're gonna have to do the bare minimum. That's why a lot of them guys are just when they down on their luck, they done lost their job. They girl done left them. They go and
Mm-hmm.
get a big woman because they can just sit up under her and do the bare minimum. She'll be happy because he washed the dishes and take the damn trash out. But you get with that fine ass woman, you're gonna have to constantly work. You're gonna have to deal with going out in public, all these dudes trying to holler at her, even though you right there. With a big old woman, you ain't gonna. No,
Yeah,
I
you
guess
don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to do a lot at all. But with the others, way you
exactly.
got to do a lot. That's why I made that open statement earlier. Even when you in relationships, it doesn't stop there. You are always competing in
You
the
gotta keep
relationship.
working.
You're always
You gotta
working to
keep
make it
working.
work. You got to keep yourself together. You got to do all these different things. Because if not, you start falling apart. Then guess what? The relationship gonna fall apart. Then guess what? Y'all gonna exit out the relationship, and that's what be causing the divorces.
Man, F all that. Give me this AI bot that's coming out. Give me my AI bot.
Hey, Maximil said this. Hey, that should be the next topic. Wigs, weaves, in your hair.
160K, not a problem.
Urban, if you do that show, I would love to come up most definitely with the camera on. I cut my hair recently,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one thing. I started wearing weaves at an early age, but I'm to the point now, at the age I am now, I don't even care about all that hair. Maybe like a little occasion, like my birthday, I might wear a wig. But now, like for the most part, the past couple of months, I just been wearing my little low haircut.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women out here, and I don't know if you ever watch TikTok, you ever see them girls that wear wigs all the time and they take their wig and all the makeup off and they doing
Yeah.
the get ready with me.
Yeah, I seen it.
You seen how them girls be looking, the difference? The
Mm-hmm.
difference in their appearance, that's why they wear them wigs. And a lot of them don't get the attention that they usually get if they don't wear the wig.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. I
Yeah,
would love to
yeah,
come.
facts. Hey, Lionel, Barb, she said, now you finally making sense, Lionel. Bring on the robot boo-boo. Or the robot boo.
Hey, I mean, that solves a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about all this stress and all this work you got to put in. I work too much for all that shit. Give me the AI bit. The AI lady.
Samoa, salute. Samoa, he said, hell yeah, because you seen old girl, there was a nurse that got attested. Them mud shots tell it all.
Oh, yeah,
Facts.
I seen that. Oh my God, you see how that girl looked after they took that wig off of her?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was scary. Just think if a dude met her in the club and they done got it on, fell asleep, and he wake up to that. You don't think somebody done broke in the room. Like, what the heck?
Oh, you talking about that nurse that was twerking on top of the patient, right?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
That's a damn shame.
Ooh, that's
It's a damn shame.
embarrassing.
All that came off, it was a totally different person. Like, damn, we got the right person?
I don't think they arrested the right girl.
Damn.
Damn, she was weird, honey.
But yeah,
That's why people be feeling like makeup is witchcraft.
it is. It's of the devil.
Yeah, it is.
The wigs and makeup is witchcraft, honey.
It is. It absolutely is. So, panelists, final thoughts.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
hey, Katie said, "Oh, so you just kicking us off, Urban? Is this how it is?" Y'all know, y'all know good and damn well I don't like having no 3 or 4 hour long show unless we really into it. Unless we have really into it, but yeah.
Yes, but I think this was a perfect show to have. I think just opening up a lot of women on the reality, not on just how you look, but most definitely the importance of your health. But when I just feel like when you are at your best and you look your best, you are going to attract the best. So I just feel like all of us women, we need to work on ourselves and most definitely be less focused on getting in a relationship. If you are possibly a bigger woman, let's focus on yourself, get yourself together, and you'll see how things rearrange for you out here in the dating field.
Facts.
But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Hey, speak to my, is the show over? Bro, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes. What do you mean?
This was a good topic that should go for 6.
What do you mean? Speak, God dang. Dang, bro. What more do you want from me? Speak. What more do you want from me?
God damn. What more can I say?
Lighter SBK, what y'all got, bro?
Hey man, I appreciate you having me on. Shout out to the panel. Hey man, a phenomenal show. I appreciate you having me on. I hope nobody got offended by anything, but you like what you like, and it's all about self-esteem, self-respect. Again, shout out to you, bro. Great panel.
Yeah, also. Hey, Speak, you was trying to come up here, man? Hey, if you're trying to come up here, then I'll drop the link for you, bro. If that's what you're trying to do. I didn't know if you're trying to come up here or not, bro. Samoa, he asked, is it a double standard? Y'all like big boys out here asking for myself. Well, shit, here y'all. God dang it.
I dated a big guy before.
I need to be like what's his name? What's that dude's name on Lionel? That be a stint of the show. You know what I'm talking
about. Damn. It ain't
Ham.
Me either.
Yeah, Ham. I need to be like DJ Ham.
Money.
Yeah, I need to be like DJ Hemp. Hey, if you want me to stand this show, hit me up with a cash out.
Yep.
I'll stand it. I'll stand it. We'll stay longer.
I got $3.
Hey, here you go. I dropped the link, bro. Here you go, man. Here you go. Yeah, Speak, you should have said so earlier. I had dropped the link again because the link was in the chat.
Like, we already said everything.
Hey, speak to my as you should hit the down cash up for a stitching.
I know that's right.
But yeah, I mean I ain't tripping. But I am tripping. I ain't tripping, but I am tripping because y'all know I am.
Yeah, you about to jump on up.
I'll mess around and kick everybody off this damn panel and end that damn show. And y'all be like, what the hell?
But for sure, you do the show about the weave. I sure would love for you to have an open chats, open panel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'll y'all do that. I'll put together. I love it where people recommend shows for me. Yeah.
Are you gonna stream for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday?
Man, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know what Mrs. Irvin's gonna do for me. So it all depends. Like when is my birthday? What day is my birthday on?
March 8th.
No. I'm talking
about weave and makeup.
No. I'm talking about the actual day. The actual day.
On Saturday.
It's on the weekend.
Yeah, it's on Saturday this year.
Oh, all right. So I'll probably do a show on that Friday. Then on Saturday, I'll probably do an IRL stream while I'm actually out turning up. So
yeah, that's what I said I'm gonna do too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and Kat, we got the same birthday, by the way. That's what she was asking me.
Why do y'all want to talk about makeup and weave?
That's what they asked in the chat. That's what Max said. Hey, y'all should do a show talking about makeup and weave and tracks.
What is wrong with y'all?
Oh man.
The makeup and weave conversation can be a really good one because it gets very confusing because there's been so many instances where I have seen men who are married to women who wear no makeup, no weave, but they go out and cheat on the woman with the makeup and weave and end up leaving the natural woman for the weaved up woman. So I'm like, this is a conversation that needs to be had because a lot of women are confused because you hear guys say we want natural women, we don't like the makeup, we don't like this, we don't like that. But go up under those guys and see who they follow on Instagram. It's all the women who they talk about. So I think that's where us women, that's where the confusion come in.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a good topic to have.
But y'all confused about everything though.
We confused about what y'all really want.
What is women not confused?
Confused about what the men want. That's gonna make the women confused.
I don't think it's any confusion on my part. I'm gonna tell you, and I know Irvin, you probably do a panel on this, but Miss Katie, the thing about makeup to me is when it gets too much, when it distorts your whole image. And what I mean by that, if you take it off and you're a completely different person, then we have a problem.
No, that's true. That's true. Because I see some guys that be like, I want a woman with natural hair. But let's say if she got permed hair, right? And she's wanting to go natural, start locks, whatever. And she got to cut all her hair off to start over. And you're like, oh, I don't want no woman with no bald, a little afro.
Hell no.
This is what natural looks like, sir. So what kind of natural are you talking about? Do you want her to get the little afro and probably put a kid in her hair and make it curly? Like, natural is no chemicals at all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to make sure that this woman takes care of her skin because I know me, once I take my makeup off, I look perfectly decent. I mean, even when I go live, I don't have on a crap ton of makeup. But every woman that take her makeup off, every woman's skin don't look the same.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying, I'm not totally against makeup, but like I said, if you're going to put all of it on, and you, of course, you can tell. I mean, everybody can tell when it's caked on a lady. You know what I'm saying? And then once you take it off, you're actually a totally different person, so to speak. Then that's where I'm like, man, you know what I mean? First of all, why do you have to cake it on like that? And I'm just kind of thinking about where your mindset is. Why, what is the reasoning behind you just basically doing that? You know what I mean? Are you trying to hide something? Are you trying to, is there some sort of, alternative motive? You know what I mean? I just think about all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah,
I
facts.
think that make it easier for the drag queens to emulate the women too.
Facts.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Facts.
that's why so many men getting food and stuff by the drag queens. I can't even get mad no more.
Facts.
Facts. Hey, this will be another great phenomenal show, y'all. So
Yeah,
so
so
we're
right there,
yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely talk about this. We'll definitely have a conversation about it. I'll get my talking points together because I got to talk about. A matter of fact, I actually did a show talking about weed, makeup, and all this stuff a long time ago, years ago, like years ago. I talked about this, but we could rehash it up again. I have no problem with that at all. No problem whatsoever.
well, thank you for having me on, Urban, and I'm
Speak up here. Hey, what's up? Speak like self. What's up with it?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you good.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna come up, but then y'all start talking about makeup and stuff. I'm like, what are we doing here?
So that's the
What's
topic,
going on?
homie. But we was actually brainstorming on the upcoming show. That could be a pretty interesting upcoming show.
If we're gonna talk about makeup, we should ask the question: is makeup of the devil?
Hell yeah.
And then you know what? Before I jump up off here, I'm gonna say this because I was in Job Corps with all different races of people, and I remember my two roommates. They were white. We had to get up like around 6 or whatever to get dressed, but these girls used to get up around 4:30 to put on all their makeup. All I remember when I was younger, I just remembered it was the white girls who put on lots and lots of makeup. And now the black women are doing it. And I just don't know. It's just something that just growing up and just looking at like my white teachers and stuff like that. I just remember white women wearing a whole lot of makeup. But times have changed.
Yeah, I think it gets into a problem with the whole makeup, putting on makeup when, and this goes for not just black women, but I've seen white women do it. I've seen Hispanic women do it. When they got so much makeup on, their skin tone is a whole different complexion, pat the neck down.
Facts.
That shit looks gross.
Mm-hmm.
It looks crazy.
Well,
And
you
then
know,
when you hug her and you got on a white shirt, oh my God.
Or they hug you and you got on a bright color shirt and the makeup gets all over your clothes. You wearing too much makeup.
Yeah.
Too much.
So gentlemen, let me ask you this question: what is considered as the bare minimum makeup to y'all? Because I know different people have different point of views about that.
I personally think the bare minimum is like when, I see a lot of ladies have beautiful skin and they just put on maybe lip gloss or lipstick or whatever, and they can rock it. You know what I mean? Or just a little bit of blush or whatever. You know what I mean? That's that to me. Yeah, that's the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Lip gloss. I don't know what you ladies call it, but just one little coat or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's the concealer.
There you go, concealer. That's it. Okay, concealer. And that to me is the bare minimum. Like what Speak says, man. Whenever I think the problem is that ladies do not know their skin tone a lot of times, and they pick makeup that does not coincide with their skin tone. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what the problem is when they take it off. It's like, man, this is a totally different lady. For example, I'll shut up. My daughter graduates next year, and so my
congratulations.
Thank you. Her mom, God bless the dead, she never wore makeup, never. My daughter's skin is, and complexion is just like her mom, real light skin, you know what I'm saying? But I've had to take her to the dermatologist because of, teenage hormones and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? But we finally have got her skin to where it's like what it should be, right? Well, we're talking about prom now. You know what I mean? My aunt works at the school that she works at. And so I get these, I'm at work and I get these pictures. I'm sitting down at my desk and I'm sitting there getting these notifications, and my aunt is texting me all these pictures of her putting a little bit of what did you call it just a while ago, Miss Katie?
Concealer.
Yeah, concealer. Put that on my daughter's face and a little bit of lipstick. I'm like, what the hell is this? And she's like, hey, I'd like to help you out when she goes to the prom and stuff like that. And she, I put a little bit of, and my aunt is the same complexion as my daughter. They're real light skinned, you know what I'm saying? And so she said, let me get her makeup together and so forth and so on. And I'll help her pick out a dress and all this type of stuff. I was like, man, she cool with that? And she said, oh yeah. So, I asked my daughter about it and she was like, cool with it. You know what I mean? But my thing is, I had this conversation with my daughter. I was like, you have some very beautiful skin, right? She said, I do. I said, yeah, you do. I said, before you start doing the makeup thing, you need to, take a look at that because, especially Dad doesn't spend a whole bunch of money, taking you to the dermatologist. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, so just, think about, it's nothing wrong, but, getting you, I said, you would look great by just putting on a little bit of lip gloss. And I said you got, you already got stuff that you put on your face to make your face shine, just naturally, what I mean? Just think about that, so that, that's what I think about that, Urban, just to answer your question, what I'm saying? Just a little bit, but I'm not all with the, over and beyond makeup look.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
Mm-hmm.
think a skin regimen is very important, and that's for men and women both. You need to have some type of skin regimen.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep, should be exfoliate. What they call it, exfoliating, if I pronounced it right.
Exfoliate. Yeah, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I found out. My sister, she met her first husband at the news anchor place. And a lot of those men, these are straight men, guys, before I say this, okay? These straight men. A lot of those men who work for the news station, they wear concealer, and even some of them wear a touch of eyeliner
Oh, wow.
because they want the foundation of their skin like smooth. Like her
Mm-hmm.
husband was a light skinned black man. And he wore like a touch of concealer and he wore a little bit of eyeliner because he used to be kind of like in front of the camera. And it's like certain lights and stuff that's flashing and projecting off your skin where if you don't have any makeup, you're gonna look shiny and look
Mm-hmm.
crazy behind the
Facts. Yeah, I agree,
camera.
and they do that a lot. Even like my daughter, she's in cheerleading competition. They do the same as that thing. They put the foundation, whatever you call it, right? That's that foundation on them because they be out in front of the camera and they competition be streaming live almost across the whole entire world. You know what I'm saying? So when the camera hit them a certain type of way. It distorts the whole picture, you know what I mean? So that's why they be putting on that makeup and stuff on them.
I know I had to go to the.
It's a real vain world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't realize that, but
Right.
it's a lot of guys out there. Some of your favorite actors. I mean, even the guy Tommy from Power, LL Cool
Good night.
J.
Good night, the joy of life. Yeah, LL Cool J.
Plenty
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and not just wear makeup, but they have had work done on their face. Those men have.
Hey, you can tell with LL,
Oh, you can tell with him. But whatever work LL had, it has it made him look different, but it have kind of reversed his age. And he don't look as old as he is. I mean, what he about 60?
LL's 60, almost 60, I think, isn't it?
Yes, and he don't look like it. But that's what work does. And I think people mess up when they start doing too much at an early age. Like when a girl, like that's good advice you tell your daughter. she got good skin, she don't have to. Concealer is cool because concealer is really light. And the thing is, don't like start at an early age packing all this stuff on your face at an early age because it's gonna get you to when you get to my age, when you get to your 50s and whatnot. Like you're gonna have to wear it if you don't take care of your skin.
Right. And like
Mhm.
you said, it's same thing goes to men. I'm not ashamed. I go to the dermatologist myself. You know what I'm saying? And especially, if us men being on camera and going online on YouTube and and all this type of stuff. I'm not with the bumps and the acne or the hair bumps underneath your face and all that.
Mhm.
I'm not with all that. You know what I mean? Especially when the pandemic came about, we had to wear those masks. And and my face broke out constantly because of the about the mask. So I had to go to the dermatologist, and he was just telling me, unfortunately the world we live in, you got the mask on, and that's what's going on. So I had to, my regimen that I use on my face, I had to kind of switch it up because of the mask and stuff. But that's the same thing applies with the men. Like y'all said, but men expect women for their face to look, a certain way, but we don't preach the same for ourselves. You know what I mean? So
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because they not having problems getting chicks because they not taking care of their skin. It's the
Just
women that
men
are
got
over here
crazy
confused.
bumpy skin. Women do look at that.
Yeah, but the
And
dudes,
another thing women
the
look at.
dudes are still giving y'all babies. Most of the dudes that's giving y'all babies are the dudes who ain't taking care of their skin.
Both of my son's fathers had nice skin, and they had pretty feet. And this another thing too. Some women look at men feet too. I mean, when I was in relationships, like a couple of guys I dated, they went with me when he paid for us to get our feet done together. He liked to get his feet done, but he didn't get it polished. But a guy having decent feet, that's important too.
But here's the thing. Y'all want to preach that, but the thing is, you said the women are confused about the makeup thing, which is still weird because most men aren't beauticians. Most men aren't cosmetologists. Most men don't know that. So when y'all see that these guys are going after certain women and y'all like, but dang, they got makeup on. It's like, take a hint. That image is what that dude wanted. You not what he wanted. Not you in general. In general, I mean, like that's what they wanted. That's the honest truth.
Cause I've seen it, like when it came to some uncles and aunties, and that have got divorced or whatever. One of my uncles, come to find out, he messing with the girl that damn near looked like Beyonce that he working with. That's who he was cheating, on his wife with. And the wife is just
Good.
plain, just wife don't do number wear chapstick. She don't wear nothing.
Yeah,
All
but do you think it was more than just the fact that that woman wore makeup? It could have been anything. Could have been her. She had a body type that he was attracted to. I mean, I don't think it was just the makeup that made him go, stray from his woman.
But hold on, speak, because in the context of this conversation, we got to keep it 100. A lot of these girls aren't arm worthy. I'm not walking outside with half of these girls that look like niggas. Nah, you got to look good. The hell I look like? Niggas need to keep that real. A lot of these chicks aren't arm worthy. They not camera worthy to be in the picture with me.
But if they not arm worthy, then why put a ring on it?
You must got some insane benefits.
Well, no. What
Not the
I'm saying,
same
Lionel.
benefits.
What I'm saying, Lionel, is there must have been something because I typically generally most men don't like a woman with all that caked up ass makeup on. It's just not how we roll. Like to me, the most beautifulest woman I ever seen barely wore any makeup. Like they maybe wore a little bit of concealer on their lips. That's about it. And I thought that was hot because
Yeah, kind of like how the way you looked in the '90s.
yeah, I truly believe that I do believe the saying that that makeup is of the devil because you're putting on a face to conceal what you look like, and then you got chicks like what's that Urban? You know that one chick's name that be on there, be on TikTok, be talking about when I go on dates, the man got to pay for everything, and she's sitting there
Yep.
doing these
Yep.
things with no
Sarah
makeup
Seven.
on.
Sarah Seven.
I
Is that
think
Sarah Seven?
yeah, she looked like a raccoon in the face with no makeup on.
Oh no, he talking about that heavy set woman. She was on that show Eight at the Table, and she was saying all she had is
Oh.
big.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
She be saying all that stuff like when I'm in a relationship, his money is mine and my money is mine. Like you saying this, and you got a 5 o'clock shadow, you got raccoon circles around your eyes, and you got a
Yeah,
mustache.
representation.
And this is what she does. I've seen her get dressed up, and I've seen the videos on TikTok where these women, it be women with no teeth, they put in the dentures, they face be jacked up, like all kind of pits and stuff, and they put all this makeup on and look like a whole other person. So that's deception at its finest.
I know the woman you talking about too. This
Hmm.
woman, she real popular on TikTok. And she put her dentures in and pack on a lot of makeup. This white girl, and she put a wig on. Boy, she be killing it.
Yeah, there was this African lady that did that, and she looked horrible without makeup on. Put makeup on, you couldn't tell what she looked like prior. Like now,
Hmm.
let's say you go out to the club and you meet this woman, and then you wake up, you end up have a good night, go home with her, and you wake up, the makeup that came off, and you be like, what happened last night? I woke up in bed with a whole nother woman.
Hey,
And
they
she,
Hell,
trying to warn you
hell, hell.
in
Look,
their
in
movie.
these days, it probably a whole nother dude.
that
Shit,
too.
gotta be careful these days.
Yeah, you was too drunk, and the lights was low.
Yeah.
It'd be like that scene on "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker" when
I was just about to
Hell
say
yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
But I will say this, Miss Katie, like Lionel was saying, back to these dudes. A lot of these dudes with busted up grills and you know, just busted up all the way around. They be winning. You know what I'm saying? They be winning these days. I don't know why.
They
But
do.
they got some fine ass women, and these Negroes look like you can scrape them off the damn pavement on the highway. You know what I mean? And so, but they winning. You know what I mean?
exactly SBK. These women be talking about all these men that they want, and then you see some of their baby daddies, and you be like,
Exactly.
"What the hell are you talking about?"
What are you talking about? And you got all of these damn expectations, and your baby daddy look like a damn laughing hyena. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And I'm
they
honest,
lying. Y'all not lying, man.
I'm glad I'm not like that because I'm the type that I don't have a type. But if you could look at the two guys who I had kids with and look at the guys who I talked to leading up after that, all of them got the same exterior. They kind of short, very small to medium build. They look decent. I mean, skin intact and all that. I'm not finna step out and be like, oh, I'm older now. I need a man to make 80,000. When my baby fathers, all they made was what 40 some thousand back when we were together. I'm not finna try to move the bar that extreme. I have to live into reality because this the thing. When those girls, like that girl with the hyperpigmentation, 5 o'clock shadow, talking about 6 figure men, them women who live in delusion, they stay sad behind closed doors. They cry a lot behind closed
Hmm.
doors, they feel like crap because they know all of those expectations they talking about, they know they'll never get it, and they know darn well deep inside that they don't qualify. But they want to get on the internet and do all that yapping. But man, when I tell you those are the most miserable women who live in delusion, because this one thing about it, and I was raised by a mother who lived in Delulu land too. Okay, that's why I'm so against women and just people being delusional because it's dangerous. And this is the thing that I used to notice too is that once that delusion, and it's gonna happen every now and then, but not much. Sometimes that delusion, that delulu mask, it's gonna start sliding off, and they fall into depression.
Mm-hmm.
The
Facts.
delusion world is over. Once they know they don't qualify, they're not qualified. They don't want to change nothing. You can't tell them nothing. When that delusion and them delusional sunglasses fall off and they see reality, they're gonna be so depressed. That's why they have to run back to the delusion.
Well, Katie, then too, you got to look at it. And this comes back to the whole topic of discussion from the get go about the big girls.
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo was living in delusion,
Yeah.
and then something finally hit, and she started working out. Now, one thing I can say about Lizzo, and this is just me personally, I always thought she had a pretty face, and she just lost the weight.
I always had a pretty face.
Now she's losing weight, and people are telling her, "Oh, you don't have to do that." No, don't sit there and lie to her, because the type of men that she talked about, like I heard her even throw her shot at Chris Evans, the dude that played Captain America in the Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
He kind of laughed it off, but let's be honest, he don't want her as big Lizzo. He not even looking her way.
No, and you know what ended up knocking the delusion off her face? When South Park did that episode. When South Park did that episode, you're gonna have to pull this up and post it on your community tab, Urban. When South Park did that episode on Lizzo, when they was like, we don't have to lose weight. We can just be delusional like Lizzo. And
Yeah,
she,
I think I know what you're
you
talking
remember
about.
that?
But also, oh my bad.
No, go ahead, speak. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, that was SPK. My bad. No, I was just gonna say it could have been, because this is a thing too. Men are leading these women into delusion, because you got men who are. I don't want to sound. I'm gonna say no homo on this, but men who are better than the women that they're aiming low. So they having a slow week or whatever, finding a chick, and they know some big girl that they don't normally typically mess with. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm gonna call so and so because I know she down. They going and giving that female attention, and what she's not realizing is that, oh, he'll come over and smash me, but he ain't taking me out. He ain't parading me around his friends, but they don't see that part of it. They just see, oh well, Terry, he's 6'4", rock hard abs. He come and bust me down at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, so that means my value is higher than it really is. So they seeing that. Well, Terry come through and bust me down, so I deserve a man like this, but not realizing that's all he do. He don't do nothing else for you.
Yep.
I brought that up earlier, Speak.
Yeah, they have a delusion on that, because they like, oh well, if this guy's hitting it, then shoot, I know what type of man I deserve, and that's why I was telling Bougie, I called Capo what she was saying that she like a big dude, because I said you ain't gonna let Bruce hit it.
Bougie always capping. Don't take her seriously.
You not fixing to let Bruce hit it. Stop the lies.
Oh no.
Typically, women. I mean, it's the same for men too. Typically, men don't mess with women that are bigger than them.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing. I don't know if that person's still on the panel that said it, but sex is not fun when you too damn big.
It's not. Trust me, it's not, because you can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing.
You
And
can't
then
do
look,
nothing.
I look at it like this: either y'all gotta be a smaller size, or the woman's gonna be huge and the dude's gonna be little. But two fat people can't come in the bedroom thinking they can do something, but start a fire. Like, ain't nothing finna happen. Y'all finna be scissoring like two women at the end of the day.
A funny story, Urban. So, my sister, she works in the fast food industry. She's been like a GM for Taco Bell for years. But anyway, one day I had come up there and, I got to hook up on some free food. and she had a lot of Hispanic chicks that worked for her. And there was this beautiful little petite Hispanic chick, and they were talking about her boyfriend. And so the fact came up that he's like 300 pounds or whatever, and they started talking about it, and they were like, "Ugh, so how do you have sex with him?" And they like, she's like, I typically have to get on top because he can't get on top of me, and I about died. And it was like, certain factors like that come into play. Like, you got a little skinny girl, but you big as hell, so you typically can't get on top of her. And then vice versa with the women. It's just like, like it doesn't work out.
And then you got to look at it like people libido and people's stamina is different. This food out here different. I mean, it's just best to try to eat as healthy. I've been doing a little plant-based thing. I've been eating like protein, like fish and chicken and stuff like that, but it's been a lot of vegetables incorporated with how I cook now. And I can just tell the difference on how I feel. I feel so much better. But like if you out here and you just eat junk and filling your body with junk, your libido is not going to be high. And I think that is the big reason why a lot of men, and that's probably a show you need to do too. A lot of men don't like to talk about ED, but the erectile dysfunction that's going on at high rates. They say once a man hit 30, he at a big percentage he could be suffering from ED. So like the food that you taking in and how you treat your body, our body is like just think you going to the gas station and filling your car with crappy gas. It's just like it when it comes to your body.
Right.
Filling it with bad stuff.
About that. Why is it that no one's just thinking that maybe these dudes aren't sexually attracted to these girls they messing with? A lot of these girls look like hyenas.
A lot of women think that because it's happening at very high rates.
Because these dudes ain't attracted to them. They don't want this.
These
They want Megan good.
Too, though.
They want a Megan good. They don't want this.
It's pretty girls that has to have like ran into this.
Nah, so you gotta understand, they headaches. Dudes are tired. They got these headaches. They get tired of hearing that yapping. They not in the mood. The women know how to take you out of the mood real quick nowadays. I'm not saying don't eat healthy, but we got to also put accountability on these women out here because y'all driving these dudes down. Y'all making them soft. And I mean soft down there.
Well, I believe this too. And it's kind of messed up when you think about it. If you think about it, men's libido is all packed at the front end versus where women's is packed at the back end. And I think God made it like that as a fail safe. Because let's just think if a man had his libido at the end. Do what?
They say the man's spot is actually like in his bum hole.
Oh no, we ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about as far as like your libido. Like when a man is young, that's when his sex drive is like at the all-time high. Versus y'all, it's not really high. Like it's there, but y'all's comes on the back end. And I think us ramping down as we get older, it doesn't really have to do with you eating bad or nothing. It's a man's libido starts dropping off as he gets older. And I think that's like a fail safe that God put in us, unfortunately, to protect us from ourselves.
Oh, so that's why it's a lot of older women that
wait, y'all sexual prime is in y'all 30s.
Going to 30s and higher. Yep.
And that's why a lot of men ain't trying to sleep with y'all. Y'all want to be having sex all this time, all these many times when we get older, and our drive is just not there anymore. It's like, like when we young, that's when we got to have it all the time. As we get older, that drive,
and y'all not high.
that could play into it too, Lionel, because you're not seeing the chick you saw at 34 that she was when she was 20.
Yeah, she ancient now. Dudes ain't horny like that.
But I'm with you, Lionel. I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. But then again, I'm gonna hold some of these Negroes accountable because
we got to.
These Negroes out here, man, are okay. We're on the subject of women and their body types and so forth and so on. these Negroes that are out here busted and disgusted, they shouldn't be complaining about no type of body type until you fix yourself. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
So a lot of these Negroes out here are looking like Pookie from whatchamacallit from Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying? And ain't ain't gonna bust a break, you know what I'm saying?
Or they be out here looking like face on love.
Right. Yeah. You are you like that? You know what I'm saying? Or you like Bruce, or you like Bruce, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no right to be on the topic. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself right too. We're talking about the women, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta hold, like Urban said, this is a year of accountability. So you need to hold yourself accountable too. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't pay much, you don't get much. So if you don't put into what you want, you know what I'm saying, then you ain't gonna get much. So you have no room to talk.
SBK, do you know a rapper by the name of Tyler the Creator?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in that song Dogtooth, he says talking to the ladies, he's like telling them don't take advice from a nigga with a lean gut.
Exactly. Exactly.
I need to want DJ more on Tyler Creator songs, man. He do be having some songs that be jamming, man.
And he's put me on to a lot of artists that I would have never known of if I hadn't listened to his songs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Tyler Creator, yeah, he all right.
Yeah. According to Lionel, the greatest rapper alive is Drake, you know, so.
Yeah, we know his man crush on Drake.
Urban, I gotta give you some pushback, bro. It's off subject, but your community post about Kendrick.
He's overrated. He's overrated.
Overrated as shit.
I gotta give y'all pushback.
I will agree too. He's overrated, especially in winning all those awards for that trash song.
Well, I do agree with you on the song, you know, Not Like Us. That, you know, that's, I agree with the initial what you was talking about as far as like you know, promoting, you know, beef and all that type of stuff. But the dude, he's a lyricist, you know what I'm saying? So that's my thing on that, you know. But I do agree with the initial thought about him promoting all the beef. I totally agree with you on that.
I would just say this on him, SBK. He hasn't made anything good since that damn album.
Facts.
I will say I will agree with that. That damn album, I don't think he'll ever top that. You know what I'm saying? I'll agree with you on that, Speak.
Yeah, I think after that damn album,
every track on there went hard.
Yeah, the thing is like, I don't know why these artists do this. They take like 5 to 10 year breaks off, and what they say is that never. What did Kanye say in that one song? He's like, don't fall off when you hot. That's how May screwed up.
Oh yeah, that is so true.
He took like a 10-year break between albums. Like, come on, bro. The ship doesn't sell for you by then.
Yeah, because when I just think when the momentum is hot, you gotta go harder.
And that's one thing I can say about Drake. Now he's kind of falling off because of this beef and, you know, these allegations and stuff. But the dude stayed hot. He kept the fire going.
Dude, and then of course, dude is mainstream. You know what I'm saying? He is the epitome of being mainstream.
Yeah, and I saw. You know how Spotify does that thing for you to break down of how your year went of music you listen to, and it tells you the top 10 artists you listening to. And why it tell me number one I listened to the most was Drake. I was like, Spotify, stop lying to me.
Oh my God, I got upset when they showed me mine. They said I listened to Sexy Red like 400 and some hours.
I mean that's how the way it's in like period. You know what I'm saying? If you at a level where you know you're hot, everything is working out for you, then you don't need to just stop the momentum. You need to keep it going and going and going. Because the moment when you stop and get comfortable, then that's when everything fall apart.
Yeah, the eyes ain't on you no more. It's kind of like another example of that. We all remember the movie 300, right?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, now why they wait almost 10 years to make the second 300? Nobody was checking for that movie, even though I thought that movie was better than the first one.
Yeah, the second one was
They
pretty
they they should have released that like a year or two at the latest after 300, because now the momentum is focused. Is the shit? The focus is off of that 300 movie, original 300 movie, and you drop it 10 years later.
I like Trojan better than 300 with Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Troy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Troy.
sorry, Troy. Yeah, Troy.
That's pretty good. I mean, nothing to me will top the one with Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Hey, Gladiator 2 is actually an honorable mention, man, because I actually watched that movie. It really did this. It was just like watching Gladiator 1, but it actually really started picking up towards the end of the movie, man. Denzel literally carried that movie, man. I ain't lie, because the beginning, the first couple of acts of that movie, it was just like watching Gladiator all over again, but a low budget version of it. But Act 2, Denzel showed his ass off. I ain't lying.
Well, I haven't watched it yet, but I was hearing people were saying it just wasn't a sequel that needed to be made.
Exactly. I agree. Because it didn't need to be made, but they want to make it, and so it was. But
They didn't
like I say,
want
towards
to
the
make
end.
So I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to wait until somebody actually, told me that what they thought, if it was good or not. But I heard the same thing to speak. It didn't need to really be made again. But I guess
They don't care.
Oh no, because they're gonna try to get a money grab.
Yeah, because that's the only reason why. Like, same thing with the 300 thing. Oh, by the way, I came back. It was bedtime, so I feels like I had a few minutes of me get back in here.
Hey, now, hey, Sparrow, keep it real. Your wife had let you go for a few moments. You can go back up there, honey, for a few more minutes. After that, it's night
I went to
time.
help, and now everything's like settled down. Now I just got home. When I was listening before, I just got in.
Oh yeah.
On the thing about movies, like even with the 300 thing, it's first off, Kendrick is awesome. I could see why someone would think he's overrated, but I would argue he's a pretty unique talent. And as far as like rappers who are like current and working today, I'm not talking about all time, because we know some of them are not working or whatever, but he's definitely the best. And this was even before the Drake thing. I would say that he's one of the guys who right now, as far as like hip hop, who cannot be stopped. Yeah, it's definitely Kendrick. I already heard Tyler the Creator, which is refreshing to hear him mentioned. Usually when I bring him up, people be like, "Oh yeah, he's dope," but like, I don't think anyone can really fuck with him. He is a massive talent in so many areas, but Kendrick is definitely dope. But as far as stopping when you're hot, I think that it's kind of like you don't want to fly too close to the sun. It doesn't mean work hard, it doesn't mean grind, but like it's kind of like you ever see a show that's really good and then a lot of like sitcom, they just get dumb. It's like, oh, you should have stopped. Like, look at the Simpsons. The Simpsons was great the first like 2 years. Now it's just like,
Hey, you breaking up a little bit, man. It sounds like you underwater.
oh, sorry. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with like taking a break. That wasn't Drake's problem. And Drake, he already, I don't say fell off. He was already using even before the beat. And the thing is, what you showed us was a lot of people felt that way about Drake, but at least in my circle, and this is also my opinion, I love a lot of Drake records. I'm not gonna stop listening to them, but like he is kind of shit. It's fun to hate him, and like everyone always loved to hate him, but now it's like Kendrick made it okay, and like he put in words in a really good, like a song that's just objectively a good song. Songs, he put in words like the issue that everyone's kind of like with Drake. And there's multiple different things. The big ones that people highlight are like, the whole thing with like him grooming kids. which definitely needs to be talked about. But as far as like the culture, yeah, he doesn't fit in. He's a talent. A lot of his songs will go down in history. He came in the game as it was changing, so like he excelled because of that. But I'm not going to just hate on Drake because it's fun to hate Drake now, and I'm also not gonna glaze him either because it's like, oh no, he's definitely. And people who say like, oh, Drake's the greatest of all time, like, okay, nigga, like again, no one's saying he's bad, but like I feel like that's like the greatest. Like why? Because of numbers. Numbers don't mean anything. I mean, okay, numbers do mean something, but like I think there are times where we can look at something and it's like, okay, this was because of this reason, not necessarily because it was the best. You see that with like I will never forget when LeBron James tweeted about Space Jam 2 making a bunch of money, and he was like, "Oh, the haters can shut up." And it was like, dude, this isn't basketball. That doesn't a movie making hundreds of millions of dollars doesn't mean it's good. A lot of time movies that make hundreds of millions of dollars are shit. So like, and that movie was shit. So it's just the kind of thing where it's like, just because he's the numbers guy doesn't mean everything's the best. And like he has been proven to be a culture vulture. He's good at it. Like I've heard a lot of songs where Drake obviously stole the style or the cadence from someone, but like it's a good song. I'm not going to stop listening to it, but that is corny.
Yeah, it could even be like the argument, like like okay, on TNT, their show with with EJ and Shaq and Charles and Kenny. But Shaq's always throwing that up in Charles' face about how I got 4 NBA championships and you got 0. And I was like, that's kind of a piss poor argument because Charles is knocking on you. Because we could have an argument that Charles was better than you in his prime versus your prime. We could definitely have that argument. Charles Barkley was better in his prime than Shaq was. We can have that argument, but you want to throw up, oh, well, I got 4 NBA championships and you got 0. Well, you know why Charles Barkley got 0? Because of a guy named Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's stuff like that's what I was saying. Like sports, like that's not that's the kind of thing where you can kind of look at stats and numbers and like come to better conclusions. And again, as far as also, especially with team sports, like, okay, you made it to the championship. That doesn't mean like you're the best. I mean, in some cases that's the case, Jordan, and I don't follow basketball.
I brought it up to say this because it's like they try to use that as a parameter. Oh, well, this person he won this amount of Super Bowls or championships, so that means he's better. Now, no, that's not the case because ain't nobody gonna sit here and tell me that Eli is a top tier quarterback just because he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
but
like
he's probably gonna go into the NFL Hall of Fame because of 2 Super Bowls, not because he was good.
So is it safe for us to add Beyonce to this argument about her country album?
Yeah, what's up with it? Did she win like best album of the year?
I didn't hear the whole country
because from what
that says a lot right there, Sparrow. You didn't hear the album. That says a lot right there.
It got to be rigged up because a lot of people hated that album.
I've never been a big fan of Beyonce, so I can't even sit here and say that
I used to be a huge Beyonce fan. Like I was like really into her. Like I loved it. It just kind of got, again, it's not that like even the stuff that I've heard in the past few years, because I don't really listen to her anymore. I mean, I listen to like the older stuff, but again, it's not that it's bad. It's just like, okay, I've been here, done that, and I'm not like enough of a Beyonce fan, and I also cannot afford to be a dedicated Beyonce fan to like give a shit. So like, I'm not saying she's definitely one of the greatest entertainers who ever lived. I think people that like, again, some of these people, it's fun to hate them because it's just like, oh, they just keep winning. Like even Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift stuff is objectively, yeah, it's good, but like I think it's like it's basic white bitch shit, which is fine. That stuff sells, and she's really talented, but like. I think like to some degree she's earned that, but sometimes it gets annoying when people are just glazing people and it's like, oh, and it's like, no, they're not. Like, again, they're important, they're special, they're talented, but they're not like unique. Like someone like, again, like we were talking about Tyler the Creator, he's unique. Like
I gotta give him that he is. Mm-hmm.
Like it's really different. Like especially someone like him, like he does all of his stuff. Like he plays all the piano and all of his he makes all of his music. Like he plays piano, he raps, he's been singing lately. And again, he doesn't have a sexy singing voice, but like it sounds good. Like he knows how to make really dope stuff. He makes really good clothes. He's a good filmmaker. So like that's a special talent. And like his numbers do reflect that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's different. And I would say the same for Beyonce. Beyonce is a different kind of, she's a performance artist. So like even if she's not like, and she is really involved in like the creative choices, but not in the same way Tyler the Creator is, who's very, very hands-on. Or like even a Taylor Swift, like again, they're hands-on, but like they everyone plays their role. They have a team, they have writers, and like I think that's fine. If you know the industry, that's not that big of a deal. Like when the Drake and Meek thing happened, now in hip hop it's a little different, but like back when the Drake and Meek thing happened, like me and my friends, we were hip hop nerds in high school. We were like, yeah, Drake doesn't write all the songs. Look at the book of any CD. Like the credits are public information. It's not like the biggest thing in
Mm-hmm.
the world. But like that lost him street cred because of the kind of shit he was saying. He got too big for his britches, and that's why Kendra had to call it out. Again, if he like kept his head down and like was just like, oh, I'm a hip hop artist, quote. Yeah, no one would have given a shit. But then he wanted to start acting. And we didn't know it was an act. It was like, as far as we know, especially like a lot of people, especially like hip hop fans, they're dumb. Like just straight up, like they're dumb and like they take the shit really seriously. They don't see like, oh, this is the industry, or like this is entertainment, or this is fantasy. I remember one time I heard Future in a Zane Lowe interview, and Future in an interview is painful because he's not like, there's not a lot going on. I'm not trying to like shit on him, but there's not a lot going on. But he's a really good writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, he's like, I'm not drinking lean and shit all crazy, dude. He's like, I smoke weed here and there, but like, no, that's just the character, for the music. And a lot of people don't know how to separate that. They don't get that. And it wasn't always that way, because hip hop, remember, is the baby of like the genres and like the art forms, and it's a whole culture around it as well. And there was a time early on, not too long ago, where in hip hop, that's who you were. Now it's because it's been absorbed into the entertainment sphere, which again, I don't think is fine. I don't think it's bad. But because of that, you're going to get the fantasy. You're going to get the character. Like these are just like people.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Yeah, rest easy, Gotti, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I heard.
R.I.P.
Yeah, y'all may have to do a tribute show.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's official now?
Yeah, it's official. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
passed
dead,
away
dude.
about 2 hours ago.
No, okay, because last I heard he was just like unresponsive,
Yeah, he was basically,
brain dead.
Yeah, he's brain dead. They was just keeping him alive, or keeping him there for his family to say goodbye. But a lot of people, man, I will say this here. I'm gonna drop down, Urban. A lot as far as him is concerned, he gets a bad rap, him and Murder Inc. because of 50, but people seem to get that dude. They basically took over most of the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Before 50 came up, and so they were putting hit after hit after hit, and so dude was a big time music mogul, big time producer. So rest easy to him. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, appreciate that. I appreciate you coming up as well too, SBK.
All right, bro. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me come up. All right.
Yep, I'm about to drop down too. I'm about to fall asleep.
Oh,
I enjoyed
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, we figured to end the show, man. We did extend the show, so yeah, the chat wanted us to extend it because we was talking about the weave and makeup and all kind of stuff, man, on Sparrow where you left. So we just kind of extended it a little bit.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obviously, some girls overdo it. I think the guys that like get on the soapbox and like they're extra hype and like, I like all natural. They're again like, yeah, that would be the preference, but like, stop fucking Kevin. You talk to girls with makeup all the time, like makeup and weave. Like, who gives a shit? It's when it gets like, and everyone knows what we're talking about when it gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the girls are like super obsessed and like they look complete, like they put on a whole face every day. That's cringe, but a lot of guys like don't give a fuck. If anything, we just care. Like, how long is it going to take you to get in the car?
Hold on. Before I end the show, right? I just thought about this since we talk about the makeup and stuff, right? What about artificial makeup? I'm talking about using AI technology to enhance one's beauty. How do y'all feel about that?
You mean like filters?
Yeah, using no filters. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Oh
Cringe
yeah,
and
I don't
annoying.
like filters. I don't like filters. And
But
me
if,
personally, I'm a darker skinned woman. I believe in getting in front of some good light and just taking the darn picture. I don't like all those filters because
stuff.
I feel like if I was to meet a guy off of the internet or whatever, and I meet him, I don't want him looking at me like, "Ooh, you don't look like that picture." Like, no, That's why I always try to put up to date pictures on my Facebook. I don't post a lot, but at least every 3 to 4 months, I'll change my profile picture to something up to date. I don't ever want a guy to meet me and be like, "Oh my God, Katie looked it older and fatter, and she looked it darker in person." Like, no, I want to look like what I look like. And if you don't like that, then don't hit me up.
You want to present your best actual self. That's for anybody, I would say. Because I
Yeah.
mean, again, like,
You
that's
want
just
to look like yourself.
But I think like some girls, like younger girls, I think a lot of it for them, like the filters and stuff, it's just for fun. It's like again, it's like playing dress up. So like to some degree, I can dig it, but like I think we know like when it's like that girl that has like every single filter and like she spends like 3 hours every single morning, even on like a fucking Wednesday when she has to work like the mid shift, like doing all that, like that's when it gets a lot. Like,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
for the most part, I don't think guys care about makeup and weave that much.
hey, Sparrow, in the dating apps, right? Like on POF, Christian Mingle, different other apps, right? They had integrated now where you could do like live shows, like how we doing it. Say for example, it could be a woman, she can have a live show and she'll invite people, in our chat or whatever stuff, right? So even within that programming, right, they had integrated that filtering technology where the woman is not looking exactly like herself, look like she's been totally enhanced. You know what I'm saying? So all these dudes getting all thirsty and like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, and all of a sudden, no, she's using a
But
filter.
yeah, well,
Woman,
that's why it adds to the because so the people that make the dating apps, they already know that guys are going on there to talk to girls,
hmm
obviously, and then a lot of girls, not every single one, but a lot of girls go in there for validation. So they're just they're feeding, yeah, they're giving their audience what they want. Like when
hmm
you said that, I was like, oh, live streams on there. I was like, oh, that
yeah, it
in
is. They
theory
got it
sounds
integrated on
fun.
there. hmm
In theory, but I don't think it's not going to get the results that the site claims it's supposed to be. It's supposed to, have single people meet and interact with other single people, with the hopes of getting a date. And if again, it's just a bunch of guys going on and just giving girls validation, and they can alter, like the app provides ways to alter how you look, knowing that that's what all guys prioritize. Um, It sounds like a risk. Again, you're not going to get the results that the site is intended for, but like it's smart because people are probably using it and enjoying it. And like the guys like the girls like lying to themselves, guys like being lied to. It works
That's
out for
true.
everybody.
I
hmm
was wondering this too before I get off here. I'm about to tap out. But Urban, can you look up on TikTok about all these people having these dating meetup events and no men are showing up? Have you done a show on that yet?
No, I never did a show on there yet, but
These
I can
Because
I
men
like
can
those
research it.
events are
not showing up.
bullshit.
Ain't no man at the bars, the clubs. Like everybody wondering where are the single men. Just look that up and see if you can come up with a show or see what you come up with. But I've been
Okay.
seeing everybody talk about like men are not showing up to these dating events anymore. So I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
because they don't want to. Because it's like those things are
They don't
stupid.
want to spend no money. Don't you
hmm
think that's what it is?
Because
hmm
it's like women who go to those things. One, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go there and be with a bunch of guys, and then
Oh,
like
it's
the
called a
tallest
mixer.
guy
That's what it's called.
is gonna
A
get all
mixer.
the attention, and then that, or so like it's gonna be like all the girls are only into like some of the guys or like two of the guys, and then the other guys are probably like, okay, the kind of, especially nowadays with the internet, everyone's talking. They're like, okay, the kind of women that are gonna be there, I don't know, they're probably not gonna be into me because I'm like a regular guy. I punch a clock.
hmm
Why am I like they're looking for, and I'm just not that dude. And now those dudes may go there, but like they're, again, it's only one of them. Those things are just dumb. Like I like it's just kind of People should just go out, meet people. I'm not saying people can't meet online. A lot of people meet their spouses at work. I'm at a point now, like again, like a few years ago, like the whole dating conversation in men and women, it was hella interesting, and it still is, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people like just kind of getting cynical about it, and which is understandable, but at the same time, it's like, yo, if you just worry, it sounds corny and it's a lot easier said than done. But like, if you just worry about yourself, if like a relationship is something you desire, just live, just be. Like, if you just be and you're not like every single action you take is determined on how the opposite sex is gonna react. Like, there's just no way to live. You're better off just chilling and coasting, and then eventually you'll meet someone. I mean, and not maybe not every single time. I'm not saying there's no such thing as soulmates. There's not like someone for everyone. Some people get together with each other, some people don't. So like, yeah, just don't worry about it. Who cares? Like, who cares? Like, yeah, the women are out of order. So the fuck what? And they're gonna stay out of order. So like, get with it, nigga. And ladies, all the men are evil and narcissists and they cheat. Okay, well then just die. Like what do you want us to do? And that goes for both sides. It's like, what do you want me to do? So okay, so all hope is lost, doom and gloom. You just want to sit around and like talk about it? Like, geez, like it's not gonna, like, the people, like, especially online, like you see the women are angry at the men are angry at the women. Talking about it gives them some kind of catharsis, because they talk to other guys and other girls that feel the same way, who are having like bad experiences, and like they get like some kind of like weird validation off of it. And then like same thing, like when you see like was like Fresh and Fit or some shit like that, and the girls just lined around, they're just being roasted. It's because a piece of, whether it be the men or the women that are upset at the other one, a piece of them is hoping that the other will hear it and then change their ways. But like, that's not necessarily going to happen. Different people are going to maybe change certain patterns and behaviors so that way they can get the results that they want. And that doesn't mean like die to your, like to who you are, or like, being comfortable. But if you really just worry about yourself and just coast, it'll be fine, I think.
Hey, man, that is a great closing out statement, bro. You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. Boom.
But I gotta go. There's a new episode of Pop the Balloon, and I'm gonna watch it with my wife. So.
Oh Lord. Good luck. All right. Once again, shout out to everyone who's in the building. Shout out to everyone who participated on the panel. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, those of y'all who not want to sub up to this channel, man, like I say, I don't know what's going on with y'all, man, but hey, this is what we do at the lounge. We be having all this good old thought-provoking content over here all the time, you know what I'm saying, where we share our different perspectives, whether we agree, disagree, or agree to disagree, you know what I'm saying, but we all throw it out there, just giving the perspective about it. The challenge people to think, you know what I'm saying, think beyond, their normal social norms, you know what I'm saying. It is what we do over here, you know what I'm saying, but appreciate everybody that want to tune in to the show. Those of y'all who are catching the replay of the show, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Those of y'all who are in the chat right now, I appreciate you as well too, who participated in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a whole lot. Other than that, y'all, make sure you have your notifications set when I go live again. And other than that, y'all have a great, wonderful night, and we'll see you again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.